a place where you can run free. Time does not exist. Take a chance when the road before us falls under our face. I can't hold on, I can't remain so strong. We have the same old bond, but everything is wrong. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't make it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't make it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is is a place where you can run free. Time does not exist. Take a chance when the road before us falls under our face. I can't hold on, I can't remain so strong. We have the same old bond, but everything's wrong. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't make it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't make it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is
The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. I'm reaching out, but all I feel is hollow. I wanna make you work, but all I do is make you worse. The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't
Lost track of time, don't know how to feel, but I'm not sorry. I'm lost in your eyes, are you even real? But don't you worry, I'm not looking for the one. No, I just wanna have some fun. So let's get drunk tonight, 'cause what can we feel? But for now, I won't give it all away, 'cause I don't think I'll stay. see, baby, I never say forever into the light. Every time I try to breathe, the moon will rise and carry me where I've loved and I have died. So I won't hold back, and you should know that was never gone, just have regrets. So I won't go back, oh Lord, I got me to forget the time I lost with no regrets. And the moon shine back again. And the moon shine back again. When I drove down to my base, while I blame the world's neglect, and I shine right back again. So I won't hold back, and you should know that was never gone, just like regrets. So I won't go back, oh Lord, I got me to forget the time I lost with no regrets. Let me forget.
It's hard for me to let go, but I think that I'm finally feeling good again. So hard cause I loved you, but I'm finally feeling like myself. All of the wounds that were opened by you are now closing. I finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign, this is a sign that I'm healing. I'm finally healing from you. I'm finally healing from you. Come off hardy. I'm just an imperfect person in this imperfect world, but I'm learning my way on it. This maze that I'm running through now when I think of you, I'm fine. See a picture of you, it would eat me alive. And now when I think of you, I'm fine. And all of the wounds that were opened by you are now closing. I find finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on, cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign, and this is the sign that I'm healing.
When the night was closing in, I was alone and so afraid. Couldn't see the light. No. Then my world began to spin. Where's the beginning and where's my omega? Had to make it right. Oh yeah. There's a moment when you know that every teardrop has to go. They be piling up inside. Inside this cyclone, could this moment be meant to be? Lose the shadows and you'll see. Lose the shadows and be free. That's so nice. Ain't gonna let it go. Let it go. Trying to invade, but there were no walls to barricade. There's no need to fight. No.
Kept top mid. And the M4s, the crossfire from Connector and Short, finding all the frags thus far. No armor on the T side, of course, so this should just be the cleanup here for Heroic.
Dream scenario is to make it through the round as cleanly as possible. But it's always a possibility that the Deagles deal damage. And Boomich, he bounds into action with the first. Perfecto's going to be overwhelmed. And Shush and Cadian, they do clean up at the end there. So just the one casualty, only one rebuy on refresh.
And they did recover the M4 as well. So Navi, what do they like to do with this one? They are just going to go for the Galils. You see Perfecto, he's bought it up. Simple has the AK. It looks like he's had nades dropped to him as well. I don't think he would have been able to afford it otherwise. So maybe Electronics nades going over towards Simple. He throws a lot of utility for this Navi team. Not only is he finds the openings, he throws the utility, he wins the clutches. The man literally does it all. Ops, rifles, you name it. As Electronic, he's lurked all the way out. Ooh, does make the footstep. Not going to actually matter in the end. Cadian does have this op towards jungle, and look at this. Bits walked out, finds the head as Cadian gets dropped. Third round op not working, and Bits still going. He finds another one. That's down, and Heroic, they're forced out of this round.
Bit more like big because his impact is huge, but the problem is Shush, he's in the back line behind Boomich. He finds that frag and leaves them in the 3-on-4. They want to try and get away with the weapons they have, but Simple, he's in a prime position to strike, cleaves his way through two of them, and cuts it down to just refresh on the save.
And I'm not sure if he's aware of it, but that is an op dropped inside of the underpass. If they go try to find it, I mean, they might get a free op out of this too, and with the money that they had coming into this round, that's a massive pickup for them. Simple finding both, and again, it was Bit just walking out of that A site, him and Electronic, getting that perfect timing. looking like a counter strat from the side of Navi, right? It looked like they had an idea. They were like, look, Heroic on their opening gun rounds, they tend to just give up A completely and hoping that they can play the retake. So if we just walk out, we don't even throw any nades. Just walk out, find that timing, get that opening. That's exactly what they do. Cadian gets caught rotating in. And there it is. There's the opening kill from Bit. Swings out, finds the second on the player and stares. And at this point in the round, Heroic, they're just running to save.
Yeah, they just wanted to get out of there, but of course, Simple. He holds down middle, muddles them up. You get the free AWP because of it, so that's now been donned by the big man. And he's waiting for a face to come towards him, clearing the close angle inside of ramp in case there's any aggression from Heroic. Tessus is just down to the 5-7. The cash not supporting the full buy. A very limited utility as well.
Ooh, and the Molotov. Forcing refresh forward, doesn't find the timing. Electronic swings, lands the headshot. This is the A execute coming in. They have the lurk in middle from Bit as well. Stown is aware of the possibility. He's holding for the smoke. Is he going to find the timing? Bit does. Lands the headshot. Shush answers back, but it's still the 4 versus 3. Make that 4 versus 2.
Shush. He leaps up on top of the site for Simple. Be in for a good delight with the AWP as he gets the flick back. And Tessus now, 5-7, vastly outnumbered. Simple does him in. And Navi take the game 2-2.
Remember, this was Navi's map pick as well. They did choose to play Mirage. They lost the opening pistol, but so far, smiles all around. When that man's smiling, when that man's vibing, it's a problem for anybody else on the other team.
It can get worrying, to put it nicely. If Simple's fired up, if he's having a great time, just expect all the frags to be going his way. And already he's having impact.
And this is just going to be the 5-man rush. I mean, Electronic is hearing all of this. He's going to be communicating this, and you can see the response. Navi's already run into that B site. The bomb is in T-spawn, though. Electronic's only able to find 2, so Navi's going to have to group up and actually, fight these USPs. The Molotov's going to do enough to push them all back. Boomich and Perfecto get 1 apiece. And you can see Shush, he just wants to try to go get that dropped AK. But Perfecto's not going to let that happen. They pick up the ecos. Only 1 player dropping. So Navi building up the economy here on the T side as they take the lead back from Heroic. 3-2 now, but of course that was the full save. That's why they just did the 5-man rush towards ramp. Full eco. Should see the buy coming out now. As the in-game leader there, Cadian, just discussing with his troops what they want to do, how they want to respond to what Navi's been throwing at them.
We are into it. Heroic, again, not really armed to the teeth. The cash hasn't been in a great position for them, but they switch up the pace. They go for the boost up, and this means that Refresh finds an opening frag for free onto Bit.
And Simple's here with the op, and he hasn't spotted the player there. Jiggle peeking, that was Tezez. Like you said, Refresh finding that opening towards upper B. But these are the types of rounds where Navi becomes so annoying to play against. They're down a man, but they still manage to just somehow just show so much pressure across the map by almost not even doing anything. Becomes very frustrating. You're not really sure where they're going to end up going. And because of that, you see Heroic, they're responding, they're reacting, they're pushing into the A halls. Simple's rotating over. Cadian's pushed up here with the 5-7, but Simple, he's already scoped in. He's already worried about this, and he should find this kill onto Cadian as he walks around the corner, and that's just so frustrating. That's the type of stuff that makes Navi so difficult to play against.
No audio cue, no nothing. Had that scoped, ready to rumble. Here's the pick onto Cadian, so any map control you thought you were getting is now gone.
And that was bomb spotted over in the A-halls. The op and the bomb spotted in A-halls, gets the kill onto Cadian aggressing, and now immediately falls back over to B. They're going to throw nades, and then there's one player at A who's going to walk out here. That's Electronic. So it's going to seem like a B fake where they go back A, and then they actually are sending the bomb over to B.
Depends what happens towards ramp, though, because Electronic, they do shut him down. A power surge from Refresh. But here comes the true play. The execute out onto the B site. Awkward fight for Testus. He can't quite win out on that one as Boomich gets the job done. Bomb will be planted as well. And Perfecto, he's ready for the close quarters engagement, but Stown hits the flick shot off with the M4. Simple comes back in, scoping out aggressively. Good adjustment onto Shush as well. And Refresh, he's in for a world of hurt now. 1 versus 2. Slowly peeking back up. Perfecto's going to swing onto him. Hits it. And Navi take 4 off the back of that. Boomich fired up.
And those are the things, like I was saying, Navi is so difficult to play against. They go down 4 versus 5, but they're not scared to take one-on-ones. They're not scared to take the fights. Simple, just he's something about him. He always understands what's going on in the game. He always knows where the danger is. He's always able to find it. He pushes forward. He finds Cadian going aggressive inside of the A halls. Gets that pick, runs the bomb all the way over to B. They throw the B fake. Electronic walks out A, and then they end up going B anyways. And it was Boomich who actually found the opening into the B site from short. They split you from so many different areas. And they're so frustrating to play against. Even when they're down numbers, they never feel out of the round, especially when Simple's alive.
Difference is here. There's Deagles on display for Heroic, but the one AWP brought out for Cadian as well. Couldn't wield it into the prior round. They didn't have the funds to support it. He needs to have some impact with a weapon in a round like this. And NAVI again, taking the aggressive control towards middle. Cadian's going to be boosted up, and look who's primed and ready. Gigantic tag. Rips his HP down to 15.
Cadian with a crucial miss. Again, though, this is what we're talking about. Simple just always is aware of where the danger is. Now, they are going to be going up short with the Electronic. He finds the opening. The smoke towards top connector. There's 2 players on either side. But Navi, they're walking back through underpass. The Molotov towards short is going to just try to bait these connector players into making a play. It's exactly what happens. They flash through. Perfecto spots them, but he backs off. They now know there was 3 towards the A site. This should be the move back over towards B, but instead they know Heroic's going to react towards B, and so they're going back over towards A as Bit finds the kill onto Shush going aggressive ramp.
All the CTs repositioning. Cadian finally comes out to play with the AWP. It's down towards middle. If he does actually find this frag with the Eagle, maybe there's an opportunity for them. He's going to grab the rifle, drop out of the window, and go peeking into connector. Simple's watching window. Bait shot coming round the corner. Bomb being planted as well. Safe plant behind Triple. He's got the smoke wall up, and Simple has the choke point covered. So much damage done on Perfecto, and Refresh does actually eliminate him.
And they know Simple was pushed up towards the top of connector. They know he was in the jungle area. You can see all the things they're doing to try to clear him out. They both jump into the window. Cadian's holding for it. Simple with the no-scope. Doesn't land it. He's tucked away in the corner, but Stown in the back finds him. It is just Bit. The bomb is planted for mid, and Bit is tucked away on top of Tetris. No kit for the CTs. Bit, he's biding his time. They don't have the kit. All he needs to do is find the 1 kill on the player defusing. He gets it, and he gets another. 1 more for his trouble. Cadian has to run. He has the op, 15 HP. And Bit clutches it out.
Massive round from Bit. Does go down in the end there. Can't save the AWP, but it won't matter. He saved the round, and that's the real hot commodity that you need. Played it to perfection. No kit there on the side of Heroic. They knew they had to try and force him to face. They tapped the bomb at first. They let time tick away. When he does peek, just cuts his way straight through them. Beautiful stuff. NAVI leading on the T side.
And you could see, like, in those moments, right, the call's coming out like, hey, they were on eco. Probably no kit, right? In a 1v3, you take the gamble. If you know they're on a low buy, you gamble they probably don't have a kit. He does. He doesn't bite on that first defuse. He knows he's 1v3. If he peeks too early, they'll have time to close in on him. They'll have time to find him. He waits. Peeks once he knows there's no chance for them to defuse if he gets the kill. Not only does he get the one defusing, finds the man covering him as well, and Cadian has to run away with the op. But he does run away with the op. So, because they have that extra money, we can see now immediately the response, double op for the CT side.
And that's down with the second scope. He's 7 for 5 at the minute. And sometimes he just comes alive for Heroic. This would be the sort of round with the crutch AWP that you would want him to pop off on as well.
Absolutely. In fact, you need him to. Navi's up 5-2 now on their T side. Their map pick, and they are dangerous on CT. Simple has shown what he's capable of on this map. And again, they find the perfect timing. Electronic just walks out. The second op of Stown finding no impact. Bit actually going to molly him out from under balcony, and he finds it as well. Perfecto with the headshot. And this is the A site taken. And Boomich isn't done. He goes forward. Tezes shuts down that aggressive play from the in-game leader. But even still, Heroic, they're out, man. They got nothing.
Nothing you can do. You've got to save. Otherwise, you're just throwing the weapons into the wind at that point. And that strong wind of Navi is turned into an absolute hurricane, Davey. They just swarm the site. They run in. They're winning all of the fights. They're so amped up with confidence. Boomich, he did not stop. Wanted to be a cannonball in the round. The Navi, They're going to find themselves with 6-2 being the score on the T side of Mirage. Their home turf here, working wonders for them.
And Heroic, just getting timing. They had that triangular defense, right? They had the op in CT, the player under balcony, the player towards stairs. But they all ended up losing the 1v1s. Navi found every single perfect timing on them. Electronic walking out of halls the exact second that Stown is throwing that utility towards middle. He drops. Player in jungle swings out, trades it, but then Perfecto's there to get that kill while Bit's mollying the guy under balc. It was perfect. They never got the chance to use their crossfires at all.
Very vocal side of Na'Vi. We had the one pause as well where Blade chipped in. But at the minute, things seem to be going their way. Here at least, with the AWP still being in the hands of Cadian, maybe he can find some impact. Aggression out towards mids, down with the early flash. And Shush, he's going to reposition into ladder room straight away.
Yeah, and this mid utility from Na'Vi has pulled so much utility out of the hands of Heroic. You take a look, Cadian's got nothing left. Shush has almost nothing left, just the HE. And all it was a couple nades thrown towards middle, and they've just bled out the CTs. All that extra utility they had. And with a minute 20 left in the round, if you're Na'Vi at that point, you're like, all right, guys, nice. We've got 2 full nade sets gone. We have a very loose mid control. Obviously, the CTs are here fighting for it. Simple's holding for the peek over top of Connector. As Refresh wants to go aggressive, Simple's making noise running away. Oh, and that might bait Refresh. It does, and Boomich is here. He wants to let him walk forward, try to see if he can get him to flank. Shush boosts it up, gets the trade onto Boomich. It is the 1-for-1 as Bit making noise here in the underpass. The player's right above him. Perfecto throwing some nades over towards B, but pressure being applied across the map, and the bomb is inside of A halls. The rotations come in. Cadian's gone.
He's backed off. Although he's realized he's turned on a dime, he's gone back towards the site, but Electronic, he's already down on the ground, peeking into Stown. He holds and will be able to stay alive. Peeks on top of the stairs and Simple will hit the shot. Cadian wins out on the close range engagement.
Oh,
and it's all falling to bits, but he's able to keep himself in it to win it, Davey. 23 HP. We've got 20 seconds on the clock, and they go leaping into window.
And where are they going? Perfecto. You guys have to go get the bomb. 15 seconds left. Simple smoke isn't going to be up for much longer. You can see Tezes, he's rotating to short, and if they don't get into the site in time, oh, this is falling apart. He doesn't have it. He's going to have to leave.
You got to give it up. There's nothing that can be done. Bit just has to stay alive. That's the round going the way of Heroic. So close as well. Almost felt like Cadian was going to take him down at the end.
And again, Na'Vi almost found that perfect timing. They got out into the A site. The second Cadian left, they get out, but Simple not able to get out of the apartments. And Electronic just barely losing out on that fight towards stairs as well. The instant dink from the CT is what dropped him.
They go back to the double AWP as well. As Cadian's down, trying to put these into good use. Last time we saw it, Stown played it towards the A site, had no delight with it. This time he's pushed up aggressive towards Palace, but all of the T's of Na'Vi, they're grouped up, ready for a bombardment on B.
That nade does a bit of damage. That's 20. Pop Flash is going to come in, and Cadian's already rotated over. He finds the first. There's no smoke here to isolate him, as Electronic can't find the player in sight. Simple now. He's by himself. He has the op inside of upper B, and he can't go forward. It was the pop play, but Cadian read it, and rotating over towards Market. Finds the pick on the player crossing up first, and there we spotted inside of halls, but Stown spots Bit back. And he bites back, but Boomich taking a bite out of the defense of Heroic. 2 kills going his way before Stown answers the reposition in the site, and it is Simple now in the 1 versus 3. He's jumped up into ladder, and he's not expecting Tezes to walk in. Heroic pick up their 4th.
Had the blade in his hands, but he will be cut down as Heroic grab onto a 4th round on the CT side. And that's the difference that the double up setup can make as well. In a round like this, it seemed like Bit had Stown's number when he was over towards Connector, caught a glimpse of him, doesn't get it. Stown, ridiculous flick. From his POV, it looks even better. And those are the rounds you need to have impact out of him. You know, he's 10 for 7 right now. He's fragging. We will see a pause for Na'Vi as well.
And this is a good pause. Heroic have won 2 rounds in a row now. Remember, Heroic winning that opening pistol, winning the second round. Na'Vi then won 6 on the bounce. And now they need to talk to their coach, legendary coach in Blade. Obviously has had a massive impact on this Na'Vi team's success. So they take the pause, get the chance to get his input. Have him, say his piece, what he thinks they should do to counter the double op. As the buy isn't great for the side of Na'Vi. Boomich now trying to decide. Yeah, he does decide to go for that Galil, get that extra utility out. As they only have 3 nade sets. Bit and Electronic couldn't afford it.
Shush, he might be tested here. Early palace control going to be taken. The scope set up on the close corner, so they can't go for any info plays. Refresh towards middle, dashes out his nades towards the top. And Shush, he's just ready for the ramp assault. It's actually a frag at mid as well. Refresh is able to win out on the 1v1 against Boomich.
Yeah, the aggression off short working again. He does drop to 56 HP, but like you said, wins out on the kill. A simple smoke going to go out towards top connector. Not yet. Holding on to it, waiting for the group up. And this top connector smoke, it's going to give them a little bit of space to push in towards jungle. You can see they want to avoid the double off of Stown. Ooh, and the crucial miss from Cadian almost. Actually, it is Stown. Cadian's in CT spawn. So the double off.
Lucky to be alive.
Very lucky to be alive.
That's an awful fight to take. This is getting rough as well. Perfecto. He unloads with the AK. Hits the headshot onto Shush. So now it's a 4 versus 4, and they're finally hard committing to the play towards the A site. Stown, he reveals himself from jungle. But that's not going to do much. They reflash over. Stown takes the fight towards Palace. Cadian watching a very tight angle as well. 33 seconds left on the timer here for Na'Vi. And Electronics finally arrived on the scene. Tag on Simple. He's on 33 HP. The nade goes out, but he backed off towards ramp. Here comes the plant from Perfecto. Lining it up so he can get it off. The smoke fading towards connector as well, so his teammates watching it. 2v2, but Refresh on the reface will be bested. And it looks like they're just giving up the goose on this one.
They might be. Stown is repositioned towards the bottom of connector. Actually does find the kill onto Perfecto, and Bit's position is given away as well. He rings out the shot, doesn't land anything as Stown is clearing him. He's slow clearing, and he lands the headshot. 2 versus 3 now. Player spotted, but Simple with the double HE drops it down on top of their heads, and it is Stown now. He's already has 2. He needs to find 2 more. He knows Simple's under him. Can he land the no-scope? He misses the first. He's all out of time. He gets away. He grabs the op. Both oppers escape, and it is Na'Vi who come out on top.
The big bombs from Simple. Drops the nade. Annihilates both of them. And that's a huge round. So close, so tight. And Na'Vi getting away with a 7th now. Going on a tear on their T side, Davey.
And there it was, Simple dropping that HE on top of the 2 players retaking from spawn. When Stown found the 2 kills in connector, 3 versus 4, and somehow with the op, Stown gets both. The trades aren't there. It was looking so good for Heroic, and then Simple, of course, it had to be Simple, dropping the nade on top of the 2 CTs. And speaking of dropping nades, no, Bit escapes! How has he got away with his life?
He's still in the round with just 9 HP. He's going to get out of there. They cleared towards top mid, hard committing to try and take him down, but Shush gets nothing but map control. And talking of map control, they're on A. Refresh, he's gone unfaced. He's going to be walking out and looking for a play to be made. Shoots into the back of Electronic. There's the follow-up. The miss! Surely not the third! He switches to the USB, and it's not going to be absurd. Heroic buckling under pressure. A Simple gets it done with a Glock, but all of them are so low. 11, 9, and 3 HP across the board for Na'Vi. They're set up in the post plant. Simple. Watching, waiting, ready to strike towards the bench. The smoke's not going to help much, but Shush hits one. The missed shot, giving him a window of opportunity, and he grabs it with both hands. That's the round for Heroic.
Now Simple just has to get away after that. The play from Refresh inside of the site, tucked away towards the firebox. Nobody clears it. He finds 2 kills, almost the 3rd onto Simple. The switch to the Glock secures it for the Opera of Na'Vi, but all 3 of them were just so low after this. This right here, oh, it was so tragic to watch. He thought he was going to get it. Simple just escaping with his gun. The best thing for him in that situation, once the shot was missed on the cross, there's no way for him in a 1 versus 3. 1 bullet from dead. Even the GOAT can't pull that one off.
Doesn't have the opposable thumbs in a round like that. Simple wanting to have some fun here, though. Disgusting Kurt angle as he hits the gut shot onto Tessus, and we do have an early 1-for-1 towards B.
And that's one there where if you are Simple in that moment, you're like, man, like you didn't need to die. You swung in front of me. I would have saved you. Electronic swings out in front, ends up dropping, but Simple does eventually get the trade back. They were ready for the aggression in upper B from Heroic, and now they've repositioned. They have the utility as well. They don't have the armor, though. Simple's the only one. They have full nade sets, 2 Glocks on Perfecto and Boom. It's just kind of funny. You don't see that very often.
Supporting it, of course, you've got that AWP. And the Tech 9 on Bit. He can be a fiend with this weapon. Flash out towards top mid, Perfecto. Just trying to plant seeds of doubt in their mind. Now he lows the whole way back through T-spawn, links up with the team, and they're finally starting to take the control. Molotov under. The utility's still there for Bit as well. The smokes are going out and the flashes down with the support of Shush. They're playing on the angle. They peek into him just as the smoke blooms. So Boomich, he gets busted wide open. Shush, he puts the barrel in the face and pulls the trigger to end Bit. Simple can't quite get it done. A 1 versus 3 as he hits the first onto Stown, but there's the quick trade from Refresh and Heroic getting into the game on the CT side now.
Yeah, Navi invested into all of that utility, and they don't throw it until they get out ramp, which is fine. They throw the pop flash, they go out, try to clear anybody playing close. They throw the smoke towards jungle and connector, but they just peek out before the smoke pops. The bomb gets dropped, player in front of the smoke towards stairs, causing all kinds of problems for them before Refresh from jungle is able to finish it off onto Simple through the smoke. Overall, decent eco round from Navi. They didn't have a ton of money, though, right? The bonus wasn't there because they'd won so many rounds in a row. So now no op on Simple. And only 3 Galils, too. Perfecto, Bit, and Boomich all relegated to the Galil. Not a terrible weapon for the price, but it's no AK.
And in moments where it can be crucial, if you don't have that AK, it could be the difference maker. It's down. He's waiting, posted up on the bricks. But can he hit him with the brick squad play in a round like this? Just down to a minute on the clock now. Smoke out towards window. This gives him a little bit more room for error. Meanwhile, Cadian, watching the close angle. He'll see a tiny bit of skin and he's got the read.
Yeah, he's made the call now, too. You can see his lips moving, calling it to his teammates. There is one player inside of upper B. The jump peek from Perfecto works perfectly. And there is the Galil from Boomich. Not able to land the shot, but Simple following up. Gets the trade onto Stown. It is going to come down to timing. The player is aggressive towards ramp. Bit is inside of jungle. And with the player inside of Palace, they know most likely if there is a CT playing on this A bomb site, he is aggressive in ramp. They knew Simple was towards ladder. They didn't know he had the bomb. Refresh finds Electronic. And can he find the timing? No, Cadian didn't have his the crosshair placement wasn't there. The reactions weren't there. Simple gets the headshot. The B site's open. And he's recovered the op.
He's upgraded to the AWP a bit. We'll downgrade Shush to having nothing left in the round, so it's just 2 versus 3 here towards the B site. Tessus already in position, but he's not going to be delighted with this. The spam rips him down to 36 HP, and you've got to give it up there.
Simple with that kill onto Cadian. I'm trying to figure out what was going on. Cadian maybe looking at his teammate's screen, trying to figure out exactly what was going on at A.
That's what I was thinking. It's either that or he's watching radar, obviously
Yeah.
trying to calm, but the difference that play makes as well,
Yeah.
if he wins out against Simple there,
Exactly.
huge round. You're
Yeah.
in a great position, you've got the bomb, you've got everything the way you want it to be. Instead, with him getting that pick, he knows he can just run into B.
Yeah, and right there, like I said, I'm thinking about it, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly was going on. It looked like he was maybe pre-aiming towards connector, and he was getting ready to swing on Con, but then he was probably, because on LAN, obviously, you know, Cadian, in-game leader, Opera, he's sitting in the middle. You can look left and right to see exactly what your teammates are seeing, so you don't have to look at the radar. You get a lot more information out of it, but in situations like that, I think that's what happened, because he was not ready at all for the swing from Simple, and even when Simple did swing, there was no reaction.
The reaction is now Navi, they get the round and they get that free AWP in the hands of Simple that he can keep bringing out. 15th round now. Is this going to be an 8-7 or a 9-6 in favor of Navi? That's the big question, and the answers have to come out from Heroic.
Great flash. Cadian with the flash from jungle, throwing it in, allowing Stown to find the pick onto Bit before he swings out from window and finds Boomich towards top middle. Perfecto now. He's out ramped. They're scaling up, and Stown just wide swings. That's the kill onto Simple. The op is taken down. Electronic with the answer back, but it's still the 2v4.
Perfecto, flash over the top, blinds Cadian, refresh underneath, he was fully wiped, but by the time his vision comes back, he will hit the headshot onto Perfecto. Electronic last the fall, and Heroic get 7 rounds out of it on their CT side. 8-7, Cadian looking very vocal as well there at the end of the half.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, Heroic did win that opening pistol round. So Navi going 8-7 on the T side, they're going to be feeling very good about that now. As they switch over, they go on to CT, their map pick. It's everything they could want. And even going into Inferno after the fact. I mean, if Navi pick up Mirage, yeah, Heroic picked Inferno. They're definitely going to be comfortable on it. But Navi, they like a bit of Inferno themselves.
Oh, they do love a little Inferno, mate. And they're on a heater. They're warmed up. Simple's hitting his shots. But when isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's had a bad event in, like, years.
And Simple, do love this. Seems like he's pulling out the Julies into the opening round as well.
It's because he's based and smart.
Oh, yeah. Heroic, though. They're trying to go swift with this. They go running up connector. They're being spammed in the back. So refresh Tessus and Down, all losing HP. Boomich, he's going to be hard committing for the kill as well. Bit does get buckled by Cadian. And Simple, just waiting for his opportunity to strike, knows the 2 guns are better than 1, and he's starting to have some fun, but Stan will stop it right then and there. Perfecto, he replies, peeking out through jungle. He's like a human machete. He's cutting his way through them. And Cadian, it's all on him in the 1v1 now. P250, no, it's just a Glock, and it won't matter. As Perfecto peeks into it, hits the shot on the USP, and they grab that pistol.
Again, Heroic winning out on the opening fights. Refresh with the pick. Towards the top of connector, finds the opening. They scale forward, but it was just Simple waiting towards the ramp with those dualies to get 2 back. And in the 2 versus 4, Navi win it. Simple with 2 huge frags before Perfecto comes in, and just the timing, the delaying action from Simple is what allows Perfecto to get in time, get those last 2 kills in the backs of the Heroic players. And able to finish off the in-game leader in Cadian, and now Simple, he's just eco-farming. He's gone for the M4. No nades, just straight M4 head armor. It's like, excuse me. No, this is mine. Don't do that. Don't shoot at me.
Don't you dare.
How dare you?
These are my ecos. If you dare to defy me, I will ruin you in this game. And Perfecto, he wants to farm up the funds as well, waiting inside the apartments. This is his domain. Brings down to 25, and the UMP of Electronic gets an opportunity to do some damage. They farm their way through it. Navi at 10. Universal machine pistol.
Don't see those very often anymore.
You don't.
There's only a few players that get them.
It is interesting, man. I think the most I've seen the UMP in like the past year has just been here at the RMRs.
Maybe, actually. That might be true. Glaive still loves a little ump every now and then.
Yeah, he's an umper.
Mid control is taken by Heroic. They've thrown all this presence here, but the play is actually towards Palace. They get spotted, and they were trying to catch a timing, right? They were hoping they could do exactly what Navi did to them in the first half. Catch that timing, walk out. As soon as they get spotted, cancel. Cancel the strat. You don't have to commit to something. You had an idea. You want to try to catch a timing, get out without being spotted. You get seen, you cancel it, you back off, you change your plan.
So everyone else rotates back towards middle. It's down. He'll hold. He's got the Empress in his hands, but will he impress us with the AK? For now, he's just going to wait and see if they fight towards him. Meanwhile, Electronic sets up with a nade towards middle. This could do a ton of damage.
Does onto refresh as well. 33 damage done. The A-split is coming. They smoked off jungle. They're scaling forward. Boomich dies. Trying to aggress inside of Palace. He had the MP9. He knew he was getting split. Tried to do something aggressive. Electronic with the FAMAS tapping away. Not the weapon you want in the situation as Shush finds the head of Bit. 2 versus 3 now. They still have the M4 of Simple, and he's still alive here in CT. Finds the first. That's the bomb drop, Jack. It's 1v2. It's Simple. This is exactly the player you want in this situation.
Dealing so much damage. Hard commits for the frag, and as they peek into him, he flicks his crosshair down. Makes it look easy. Boomich blown away, always impressed by his teammates' ability to save the day. And Simple, lives it large in a round like that, Davey. It got close, but if Simple's alive, it's not over.
Just when you think you have them beat, just when you think you've got the round in the 1 versus 3, the bonus round from NAVI. They secured, and look at that. Boomich is like, man, I'm so glad he's on my team. I'm so glad I don't have to play against this guy.
Unbelievable.
You would just have that thought every day. In practice, in matches, everything. You're just like, man, I'm so glad I don't have to play against Simple. Like,
Just every time you wake up, it'd be the first thing that goes through my head. Oh.
Just thank God. Thank God he's on my team.
Easy round here as
no
well.
bomb
No
plant.
bomb plant, man. Ugh. Could have been the one saving grace, but they don't even get that.
No. And that actually does make a big difference because that extra 800 would have been leftover cash, right? They're still going to be able to fully buy into this. They're going to have the full nades. Cadian will have the op, right? All of that's still there. But that extra 800 is just that bonus cushion so that if you do lose the next round and you don't get the bomb plant, you have that extra money so you can still buy into it. Now, because of that, because they didn't get that bomb planted, you can see the money 150, 100, 0, 400, right? They're not going to have that extra cushion. So if they do drop this one, if they don't get the bomb plant, they're going to be on eco for the next and Simple. He hasn't even upgraded to the op yet. He's still just rocking the A1S.
And it's working wonders for him. Mauls them at middle. Opening frag onto Tessus instantly. And he had a great start into the game. The pistol round, it looked like he was getting into his groove, but he has been silenced throughout most of this matchup. And that's not a player you want on the back burner for Heroic. They need him to pipe up.
Ooh, and they would have heard all of that as well. The player off of short, that was Bit, would have heard all of that information on the play towards B. And I wonder if that window smoke in middle, if that was a missed smoke by the T's, or if it was blocked by somebody on the CT side, because their window smoke landed underneath. As now Perfecto, from underneath, needs to find these kills. Bit's rotated in. He's here to help. They can't cross the site. Bit's got it locked down with the M4A4. Lands the tags, lands the damage, and there it is. Perfecto finds it. Cadian trades one back, but he's got 8 HP. He's running away. There's 50 seconds left, and this might just end up being a free op for the side of the CTs. Navi's not going to even have to buy one.
Electronics ready in a prime time position. Cadian's body goes flying out of the map. The Danish space program there on display. There's Navi picking up all the rounds. And the difference in body language alone, right? You can see they look uncomfortable. They're frustrated with how this game's going on the T side now. Na'Vi, they're hyped up. They're a happy Na'Vi, and that's the good Na'Vi. That's the Na'Vi you want to see.
Yep. And especially right there, if you're the player who died at top middle at the beginning of the round because your teammate missed a window smoke, you are just livid. You try not to be upset about it, right? You try to be like, it happens. People miss window smokes, but it's like, nah, you don't though, do you? Like, you just can't. You just can't. But Bit might have gone for the jump up onto short and blocked it. He had full HP, so I'm not actually sure. I think you would have lost one if that was the case. Maybe Simple just stood on the ledge and blocked it as well. You never know. You never know what happened. But either way, the smoke landed under the window. It was missed. So,
Devil in the details there. Coming back to bite them in the bottom. And Heroic, it's really rough. Cash at an all-time low. Tech 9s, Deagle, Glock, AK. Tessus has the AK in his palms, but he needs to get into the round with it. If he can find impact, at least wake up a bit, it'd help them out the longer the series goes on. Nade goes rolling by. Tessus loses 9 HP. They force the CTs back deep in towards spawn. Simple. Oh, he gets rinsed by the Tech 9. And the Tech 9 is causing turmoil now as they push up. They keep committing to it. Issue is Tessus, he wields the AK, does get a kill, but it's on his own team. Now things are starting to go wrong. Cadian and Stown, last alive with just the pistols. They're not in a position to really contend against this. They're outnumbered. They're outgunned. The Na'Vi, they're pulling up. They're ready to rumble. Down with the Deagle, misses the shot as Electronic will switch him off, and it's all on Cadian with just the Glock, the candy apple. If he can get him off the bomb, it still wouldn't matter. As Bit, he's primed for it, and Na'Vi take the round.
and it was looking so good for Heroic there. They found both opening picks with the Tech 9. Refresh going forward, running them down in CT spawn, lands the headshots, finds both kills, but they just can't capitalize on it. They try to aggress even further into CT, and I believe it was Perfecto there and waiting. It was either him or Electronic with the AK. They're able to find it, and look at the bank that Navi has built up now, too.
Yeah, they are loaded.
We should actually see the op from Simple now. Yeah, there it is. And for the first time in the second half, he just hasn't died. He's just been holding on to the A1S, been vibing. He's like, oh, this is working. This is fine. Now we do finally see the op come out. Remember, Simple 26-9 at this point in the game. It's so easy to keep talking about because he's just so good.
It's just what he does. Rinse and repeat. Every round. Finding barrels of impact frags. Heroic. Position here where if they concede one more round, that'll be match point in this series for NAVI.
Massive nade onto Shush as well towards top middle. As soon as Heroic start throwing that mid control, counter nade comes in, deals a ton of damage. As we can see, they've reacted. They've gone aggressive towards ramp. Bit wants to get into ladder as well, and that's exactly where the play comes in, but the flash blinds them both. They missed their opportunity to catch Bit.
He's going to play on top of the ladder, waiting for them to come round. If they clear this, they have to get the flick up. It's an awkward vertical angle to hit, and Bit, he just unloads, sprints his way into the next man, and Tessus does trade. But look at the damage already done. You're in a 3 versus 4. You're at a huge disadvantage, and you feel trapped at middle.
And the flash from Electronic there was perfect. Full blinded that player going into the ladder, allows Bit to get the first one for free, and once he lands the second, they knew where he was. They closed down on him, but he had already done his job. 2 for 1. As now Heroic, they're just split up. They're just trying to see if they're going to give them anything, and they do. Stown actually gets the pick onto Boomich going aggressive in connector. The only player here is Simple, and he's inside of Palace.
Perfecto, pushing up on short. Tessus is here. He just holds the angle, but he's going to
bomb.
be walking into him. That's the bomb dropped with a
That's it.
headshot
Round done.
connection. 10 seconds on the clock. There's nothing that you can do. It doesn't matter what they hope for, what frags they can find. The matter of a fact is that NAVI have got 15 locked in.
And Tezes with the bomb and ladder, a massive misplay from Heroic. Tezes doesn't scale up into A with his team. He's staying on short with the bomb, and Perfecto was just waiting. Forever patient, man. Perfecto is such a patient player. He doesn't swing out. He knows Cadian has the op towards middle. He's worried about that peak from connector, so he just waits. He takes his time. He bides his time, times the peak to perfection, and that's the moment Tezes swings around the corner with the bomb. The headshot is found, bomb is dropped, and Heroic had no way to get into it.
Nothing that you can do. Physically don't have the time. They would need a really long step ladder to be able to get over the short. Instead here, they go for the early boost, put Cadian on top of the totem pole and see if he can find a pick out towards middle. They jump him out. They have conceded the hold towards mid, so he's going to be running up a bit. He's seen the top of his fringe.
Yeah, he spotted him. He knows the aggressive play was coming out towards middle. Again, the nade lands right on top of Cadian. 59 damage done, and Simple's boosted in the back of the B site. If Stown goes forward, he's going to be walking into the op of Simple. Now he jumps up. He's posted, and the aggression from Perfecto here might end up costing him his life. They would have heard the scope. Perfecto clears it. The pre-fire's in. Refresh finds both. They line up. Gets the double headshot. Will he expect the third? That's the question. There's one more man here. It is Bit. He lands the headshot. Electronic answers onto Cadian towards middle as well. And it is the 2 versus 3. But Electronic walks into the crosshair of Tezes, and the T's are split, but so are the CTs.
50 seconds. 2 versus 1 towards the B site. Bit though, he's reading it right. He's primed, he's ready, but he flicks off! The timing goes the way of Tessus as he hits the shot, upgrades onto the orb, and Shush dives out onto the site. Hard commits for the plant. Boomich is all the way over at A, and this should be a round for Heroic.
It is going to be the round for Heroic. Boomich has no way to retake this B bomb site. May just go try to recover that op if he can and mark it. Not even going to bother with that. He's just going to hold on to the AK. So Heroic, right now, NAVI is on map point, and they still have so many more to play with. This was their first one. Heroic deny it. They deny NAVI picking up their opening map pick. But they have to do that time and time again. And this one all came down to that timing again from Bit. The second he flicks away from the door is the exact moment that Tezes walks in.
The definition of the unlucky timing, man. Tessus there pointing at his stopwatch. And for Tessus as well, he needs to get back into the groove of the game. Inferno coming up after this. If he's going into that in a bit of a bad mental space off the back of how this game's gone for him, you can't be having that, man.
No, you're absolutely right. He's had a rough game so far. And like you said, they need that mental reset going into Inferno. Any rounds they can string together here, right? At this point in the game, you take it one round at a time. You play each round as its own thing, and you just use every single round as a way to try to build some confidence, build up some momentum going into the second map. As actually Simple gets tagged on the cross by Cadian. The boost working, and he tries to go running out middle, but Tezes is already there. So Simple drops the tag from Cadian, the kill from Tezes, And Heroic get to start off this round up 5 versus 4.
One of the few rounds they've been able to get an opening pick with no trade instantly back. Tessus, he's waiting. Holding on for the push through connector. The smoke is there, and they are going to be looking straight by one another. Hard commits to the spam and rips his way through Electronic. Perfecto now, playing towards the arch, ready for them to come barreling into his bomb site. He's got to hit him with a swift backhand, but he's pulled. Expected the face coming from short, so he looks away. Refresh gets the kill, and Bit and Boomich both have to save.
They do, and they actually need to hold on to these guns. Bit drops, and that is massive, actually. Boomich, with 6,500, will be able to drop 2 guns. Simple will be able to buy himself the op, and Electronic can buy. So they will have the 5 rifles. They will have the 5 guns into the next round if Boomich can save. Ooh, but he doesn't. Now this is where it gets interesting. There's gonna be one player from Navi relegated to an inferior weapon. Maybe, I dare say it, the FAMAS.
Ooh, don't say it. There's no need. It's
gun
like
that
Voldemort.
yeah, exactly.
Don't say that name. You don't say that name.
It might happen. It might happen here into this round. It's definitely a possibility.
But this is way better from Tessus now.
Yes.
Like, he's back in the position he should be. He's hitting his shots. He's starting to get into the game. Obviously, for Heroic, like you said, though, you've got to just take it one round at a time. They would have to force this game into an overtime if they want to win it. That's the only way you could upset Na'Vi here on their map pick. If not, we're going to go into Inferno with Na'Vi 1 map up.
And the A execute is going to be coming out. The rotations aren't really nearby. You do have Electronic inside of window. Simple with the op towards triple. He's going to have to be immense here. This is just the 5-man execute. There's no lurk. There's nothing. All the smokes are coming. Simple's tucked away, and he needs to come up huge.
Simple towards triple. Could he be on for a huge frag into this round? Flashbangs go over as he peeks out. Cadian will shut him down. Boomich hot under pressure, but still hitting shots. He's slaying his way through 2, goes up the ladder, and he's out of dodge in the round. We're into a 3v3 with 50 seconds still to work with.
And Simple tried peeking out the left side of the triple box there, but Cadian was posted. He was ready. And now Electronic, he's slow clearing. Hasn't peeked under Balk, and that's gonna be the death of him. Bit does answer back, but Stown is there on top of Tetris. So now it is just Perfecto. He's on the MP9, and Heroic, they're just running away. They're just gonna run all the way over to B. No. Ooh, the quick turnaround back at the Palace, the old switcheroo.
Yeah, they've played AB before, and they will go back towards the A site. Perfecto, he stayed tucked into CT this whole time. He is going to stick his face out on the site, see if he can catch whiff of them. And maybe there's a play to be made. Problem is, just as they arrive, that's when he turns tail and starts to run. They won't make any noise. They'll try and keep quiet. Cadian posts up for it and hits the shot. So suddenly, the game that looked really unwinnable for Heroic now comes down to, can they win 5 rounds on the spin?
Yep, exactly. And that's what it comes down to, right? That's when you play the 1 round at a time until you get that distance closed down enough where you've built up enough confidence where you're like, hey, guys,
we can do this.
I know it was bad. It was 15-7. It was bad. But now, all of a sudden, now Navi's on eco. Then it's 15-11. They win the next gun round, it's 15-12. Navi's on eco again. And then all of a sudden, it feels like a game that you're able to win. Oh, but they're running into the stack by the looks of it. No, they do drop off. I thought it was going to be the fast short play. Instead, they're making their way up connector. There's only one player here for the CTs. That's Boomich, and he's about to get found. Shot in the side of the head by Shush. So the A site has been taken. The gamble stack from Navi not working out on this occasion. But of course, it was just the eco. Simple's actually invested quite a bit into this as well. Down to just 1,100. So if he does want an op into the next one, he's going to need that dropped over to him from either Bit or Boomich.
Potentially, if he finds a frag with the Deagle, he could get one stolen straight from the corpse of Cadian, but they peek together. He basically nutmegs them with a bullet straight down the middle. Cadian gets the kill. And now it's just onto the save game.
They are walking up underpass. Stown is about to find him. They obviously didn't hear him. He jumps up. So it doesn't look like Navi's even going to be able to find anything. With just Perfecto left alive, just the Deagle. If he can maybe grab 1 kill here towards middle, that would be like pretty cool.
Ooh.
See, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. The flick as well. Never in doubt, man. Perfecto can always do some really, really dirty stuff with that Deagle. So the fact he got the flick off, all right. But they stop it, and they get the round. That's what Heroic wanted.
Yep, exactly. And like you said right there, the swing out was perfect. They peaked together. Heroic go up 15-11, and Navi's money actually not in a great spot. We haven't been able to see it yet, but it's not great. It's not in a very, very comfortable spot at all. If they do decide to force into this one, they lose it, they're going to be on eco again. And they're not going to have a great buy in this round if they do decide to force it.
It all comes down to the decision making, really. Everyone taking their time here, staying hydrated. And this has been a really close map now. Heroic have actually been getting back into the game massively. And obviously, the 5 rounds is now 4. If Cadian keeps getting some impact here and there on the AWP, if Stown can carry on with the plays he's been making.
Oh, and the boost into ladder might be huge. If they peek out, they might catch Cadian here. Bit just decides to hold it. Doesn't want to go too aggressive. The flank is going to be in, and Electronic is going to get found by Tezes. The flank working exactly as intended. Boomich is in CT spawn, and Kenbit find the opening he can. Simple here as well inside of the ladder room. Answers back onto Stown. It's the 4 versus 3. 2 players are out on the A site. They've made their way across Sandwich. Can they get the bomb down? Tezes finds Simple from under window. Didn't know he was there, and now Bit has to answer.
Bit's got to get this kill. He will be able to find the frag. So Refresh and Shusu, the last 2 left alive for Heroic. It's all up to them in the 27th round. Refresh walks out of Sandwich, starts backing up towards the ramp. They've got utility to play with. Shush, watching the angle into jungle. But Bit, he fast flicks, hits the headshot, and it's all on Refresh. He's at 21 kills in the game. He's about to be peaked towards triple. He's watching towards jungle. There's the hard commit from the first. Bit on the reaction, hits the shot. Navi eventually find their way to the finish line and get the victory 16-11 on their map pick.
And in the end, it was a relatively comfortable win on Mirage. They got up to the lead early. Some big rounds early in the game, some big clutches going the way of Navi, and that's what you need. And there he is, the best man ever to play CSGO in the server, coming up with a massive performance again, as now, like you said, Navi pick up their map pick, but we're going over to Inferno, and lately, Navi has not been performing well on it. And their last 3 times playing it, they've only won once, and they don't play it very often.
And it's a way better comeback from how the scoreline was going for Heroic, right?
Yeah.
If they finished that game off struggling to get into it, with Testus not really having the best game, that couldn't be great for them. That might mean that it's a bit of a knock-on effect going into Inferno. At least there, they woke up towards the end. You were getting rounds back and they kept it close, Davey. So in a lot better position than they could have been. But of course, we'll see how it goes. We'll get back over to the desk and we'll start to set things up for the next map.
Thank you so much. Indeed, Heroic can have a little bit of a tendency of being a streaky team. Maybe it will help that they got into it a little, but it was still not enough on Navi's map pick. And it was one of those where it's going to be the segment of how many times are you guys going to mention Simple, but it is just incredibly deserved. I think ever since yesterday, he has been shining. What was it about him that gives him another accolade for this game specifically, Bleh?
Simple is just, I think Davey said it best, the best player to ever touch CSGO. I'm going to say the best player to ever have touched the Counter-Strike franchise as a whole over the past course of 20 years. The guy's insane, and he can easily overshadow how the game could be. Are you disagreeing with me here?
No, it's all right. I was taking a leap.
If you bring up some source player's
you have
name.
it. But I mean, if we open, the Pandora box of all diversity, Counter-Strike, then I'll let you have it.
Kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart. that you were deeper than I met anyone else before. Found out from my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heart be needing. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh, you take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby. I'm getting freaky. Everybody know I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Yes, you know I get it, not anybody. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on, get that freaky on. Getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. Get that freaky on. 챙겨 보고다가 get freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on, get that freaky on. Getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on, get that freaky on. I'm getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top winner. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top 'cause I own it, know it, I'm alright. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. Getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. Get that freaky on. 챙겨 보고다가 get freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. Getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top winner. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top 'cause I own it, know it, I'm alright. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky. I've been watching you with dark eyes every night. Counting up your sins, I keep a list and checking it twice. I know where you've been, I smell the sin and you're looking nice. You can't bury me. You don't never know. I'm still broken in the gutter. It's just me on my side, but I leave you with the shudder. got goals you don't wanna grow. Trying to forget I'm in your head, shatter up your spine. Try not to choke, a funny joke when you say you're mine. Lost your control, think you're alone, I'm still in your mind. You can bury me. You don't love or not. I'm still broken in the gutter. It's just me on my side, but I leave you with the shudder. With the shudder. I got goals you wanna know. I got goals you wanna grow. With the shudder. I got goals you wanna know. I got goals you wanna grow. I got goals you don't wanna know.
Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plot right. Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction cause they know Brit Mo, I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham, this ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this. And now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey, we gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug right. Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
Never an average night, 2-4 hours up in the day, I gotta make it right. 18 of those, I'm in the cave, I gotta make some light, make it hype, even if we break a night. And even if things go left, we gotta make them right. Chillin' with mine, we triple up, they on the double up, triple dub. Came from the basement, we only going up, they loving us. Up in the booth, I'm getting dizzy, but they the cup is up. Toast to my people that's on the come up, and you live with us. Ain't all about the trigger bus. Looking at my watch, your spirit bomb, both hands is going up. You going coast to coast with us. See the flows is flowing, overflowing, yeah, the cup it runneth over, tidal wave up in the ocean.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug right. But we got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
We get into the action. Navi on the CT side, crunch towards middle early on. There's a peek from Cadian towards second mid. He's been spotted, so immediately backpedals. His teammates fire off the warning shots. Navi recoils, and the opening gambit turns into a bit of a stalemate.
And somehow the only damage done is 15 onto Cadian. As simple. He's at the sandbags. He has these dualies. The nade here might be massive from Boomich. The nades come in. They counter nade on top of him. Simple's tucked away. He finds the first. Can he get the second? No. Cadian with the trade. The nade damage onto Boomich as well, as he's had to fall back. They don't have the kit, so they have to commit to these fights. And Heroic, they're just going to back off with the one kill that they got and expect to see Navi re-aggress here. They can't take the risk of giving this up. They simply don't have the kits or the utility to play retake.
Down. He's waiting for the push to come towards him. Glock in his hands, ready to strike. Hits the headshot straight away onto Bit. Follow-up frag as well. That's astounding from Stown. He's now opened up the B site. They can push straight back in. He's playing gun game as he grabs the USP and has so much impact on the Boomich. Back over at the A site, though. It's on Electronic to deny the push, and he can't. He's left dead in Graveyard.
And the headshots from Stown over at B. Navi re-aggresses. Heroic expects it. Stown waiting in the corner, and he lands every single shot, and he was the highlighted player coming into this series for Heroic. Showing why here on the opening pistol of their map pick. Again, up at the top of the screen, Navi did pick up that first map. It was 16-11 on their pick of Mirage. So Heroic starting off their map pick very well here with the opening pistol, denying Simple the multi-frags with the dualies.
And he was revving up for it.
Yeah.
The second he gets one, you're like, uh-oh, here we go. Simple going to be on for a showstopper. Instead, it'll be the SMG of Shush that comes in and sideswipes his way through one. Dooley's in play, not on Simple, but still out to have some impact. The Shush will buckle after finding the opening pick towards top banana.
And the counter smoke landing on the other side of the half wall as well, just denying Heroic that information. They don't push forward. Flash comes in. They just clear out the back of the car as Bit grabs that MAC-10. He's tucked away behind the smoke. That allows the rotation, but that extra smoke of Boomich actually going down banana, so they weren't able to recover it. As Heroic respond by taking top mid control. The push and pull here very much in effect, as both teams going back and forth between the two bomb sites fighting for map control.
Bit close towards Arch. He's got support from Electronic on the CZ. Cadian swings round the corner. Takes a few bullets and decides against it. He'll backtrack down middle. The rest of the team now on the brim of Banana.
And it's just Perfecto here. He doesn't have any utility. You can see Heroic. They were just thinking about walking all the way in. Perfecto, he's not going to be able to get to the site. They do have two smokes. One comes out towards CT, and I think they're just trying to bait rotations, and that's exactly what they've done, but Perfecto finds the opening. That's down dropped. Heroic, they're going back to the A site. There's only one man here. That is Simple, though. You can't count this man out. The one player going up towards long. Simple's going to need the support of his teammate in Library. He comes around the corner. Electronic gets the tags, and Simple can't find the kill. Tezes with the Galil jumps up on top of the barrel, lands the headshot, and Navi, they're out of the site. It looks like they might be out of the round.
Bombs planted. Navi starting to back off, calling it quits here, realizing it is going to be an unfortunate retake to go for, not worth the gamble. Electronic was only on 1 HP, so they'll scavenge whatever they can at the end of this round, hard commit to the save, and keep 3 players alive, giving up the second to Heroic, as they will take the game 2-0 now.
They go up. They secure that second round. It got a little bit, I was slightly worried about it there for the side of Heroic when Simple was tucked away behind the hay cart. I think he maybe jumped the gun a little bit on the wide swing. If he had maybe just stayed tucked, waited for the swings to come to him, made sure it was a closer angle, and potentially might have been able to pull that one off. Instead, he swings out, doesn't land the kill. Tezes finds the headshot, and this is it right here. So he's just a little bit too early on the peak there for Simple. Yeah, he's disappointed with himself for that one. Maybe the sound wasn't perfect. Thought they were a little bit closer than they were. So now it is just going to be that eco. Obviously, Electronic brought the AK over. They do still have some armor on everyone as well. Simple with the CZ head armor. Bit going fast through the halls. He's pushed all the way down. He's pushed all the way through. Electronic can't find the opening. Does get a ton of damage as Simple just tries to grab that AK and get away. But Bit has made his way all the way into the back line. He's pushed through second mid. And now it's going to be Boomich here at B. Needs to drop this smoke, deny the information, and we need to see some rotations coming out from Navi. Heroic's just going to go into the site.
Spam on a dualies, but it's not going to work well for Boomich as he has gone down. Perfecto starts to weave his way around into the back line, and Bit, he's coming up Banana. The T's are prepared for this, though, and they do have the far better firepower to work with. Cadian, depending on the timing, might actually be caught out though. There's the face from the 5-7, fires off the shots, and does get him down.
Simple just needs to save this AK, really. He has the head armor, he has the smoke, he has the AK. You just got to save this. You're not going to be able to win this one. You don't have the kit. The retake's not going to be an option for you. Hold on to the gun as Refresh is going to try to find him. And he actually finds Bit straight through the wood. Finds him, gets the kill. Perfecto looking for a second. But he's only able to get the one. All of Heroic's going to exit through CT spawn, so Simple is going to hold on to the AK. Bring it into the next round, potentially drop that one over to Perfecto. He might be able to get him an off. 5,500, so Perfecto could drop it off over to Simple here if they want to do it. Wouldn't be a bad idea on the CT of Inferno, that's for sure.
Oh, not at all. Specifically when, like, back into Mirage as well, the amount of rounds Simple just stayed alive with the M4, he couldn't even really bring the AWP out on CT because he just didn't need to, didn't want to buy into it for no reason. So if we see him on the AWP here, could be getting lively. Looks like it will just be the rifles on arrival for Navi. But good start from Heroic on the T side.
And he did drop the AK over to Electronic as well. He's gone for the A1S. Very strong on Inferno, of course. Lots of smoke spams. Very good as Electronic gets caught. He swings out. He tries to drop that molly inside of halls, but the aggressive play from Refresh finds him. They were already up into the halls. Again, they have the read on Navi. And right now, Heroic, I mean, they're up 3-0. It's very early in the first half, of course, off the back of the pistol. But this opening gun round starting off great for them as well.
HE gets dashed towards middle. Sliver of damage done onto Shush. He's going to lose 5 HP. The T's are grouped up. They're ready to battle towards brackets. Boomich, he's playing on the bomb side, but he's so low. This relies quite heavily on Bit to hold back the line, be the human blockade. They're going to be running up the wards in their blind. Flashbang dancing, but Stown still hits the flick back off with the Galil. Simple, burning alive, forced to face, and Refresh will send him off to the Burns ward. Boomich on 8 HP. He's got to hit his shots. Gets one, drops into the site. He's being a nuisance, but Refresh from the sidelines does hit it. And Perfecto not in a position to do anything.
Yeah, crucially there, Bit needed to get that multi-frag out towards long on the blind players. Just couldn't connect the second shot. Found the first. Simple gets mollied. And they knew Boomich was there because Boomich got the flash assist. So once they kill Simple, they kill Bit. They're like, all right, Boomich is here somewhere. Flashes come in towards Graveyard from the player inside of Halls. Full blinds anyone in sight. Doesn't blind your teammate scaling through Moto. And Boomich drops. It is the opening gun round going the way of Heroic. So they're going to be up 4-0 now. Navi's not going to be able to buy into the next one. Now, maybe if Navi wants to get a little creepy, a little freaky with it, Electronic will have the money to drop an op to Simple. They may go for the hero op play and gamble it towards one of the sites. And then if Heroic take the other site, you just save the op for the next round, right? That could be a potential play here from Navi. I'm curious to see if they're going to go for it. Might not be a bad idea to call attack here as well. Get Blade's input on this one.
Could be the time to use it, but yeah, no drop on the orbs. They don't go for the risky maneuver. No pause either. So they just keep straight in the game. They go back into it. They go next. To Navi, with just the 2 rifles to contend against Heroic now on the 5th round.
Ooh, and they missed their smoke. That smoke is supposed to land towards top middle, which would allow them to drop the... Oh, Boomich just about gets away. Counter molly from Perfecto as he goes through the smoke. Doesn't spot anybody. Sound cue's given away of him running away. As he stays over here towards long. Heroic, they are going to walk up middle off the back of their smoke. They get top mid control, and they're not really giving away many sound cues, right? It's just the one flash. Now the deep molly to push Perfecto off. And Heroic, they're taking a lot of map control right now without actually using a whole lot or giving a whole lot away.
This is working very well for them, but Bit's here. On the initial wide swing, he gets so much info. Perfecto can peek off the back of his contact, and it is brilliant from Perfecto. He gets 2, but Refresh hits the headshot. Down to a 4-on-3 in favor of Navi.
Simple's here on balcony. The T's, they're going back over to B. Boomich is up on top of second. He has that CZ, but just 4 HP. Electronic also boosted up at the new box. 35 seconds remaining. The T's are going in. They only have the 1 smoke for CT spawn, 1 Molotov. Where do they decide to throw it?
Flash out for the CT peak. Refresh does switch to the Molotov. It will go back towards new box. Should force the face from Electronic. He's going to be burning, but he gets impact off. Still 1 frag. Boomich goes undetected as well. Doesn't matter how low he is. If he denies the bomb plant, that's all he has to do. But it still is a follow-up frag as well. Oh, Boomich making him feel ill, Davey, as he grabs the AWP, grabs the round, and shuts them down.
The Molotov goes out towards new box. Electronic delays his peak. And both of them, you remember, they were up on the elevated positions. Boomich was on top of second. Electronic was boosted on new box. They both drop. They both drop into the site. Electronic gets mollied. He delays his peak. He swings, finds the opening. And because he delayed so long and there was no reface from Boomich, they assumed he was the only one on the site. They don't clear out Boomich behind second, and just denying the bomb would have been good, right? That would have been enough. It would have been a problem for Heroic. They still would have been able to get the bomb down, but it would have been made much easier for Navi to end up securing it. Instead, he ends up getting the flick as well, finds the second, and they've silent boosted up into the window. And luckily for Navi, they fall off of this Hull setup, because if Simple stayed posted up on the stairs, they didn't hear the boost into window, he would have got peeked from the opposite side, and he would have gone down.
Down, spams into the smoke towards top banana. Boomich is playing just behind the sandbags. And they're walking up onto him as well. Stown's going to be first contact if they do commit. He instead jumps up and he's ready for the fight. The Molotov will be dashed. So he'll just play anti-flash towards the wall. Wanted to peek in, but does have to back off.
And the Molotov comes out towards the sandbags as well, so he is able to get away. If that Molotov came to the corner, would have been a lot more of an issue for him. But now they're setting up for the B execute. They have 1 player towards middle, just holding the flanks. as the nades are going to rain out into B. And honestly, this CT setup isn't great to stop this. They're out of utility. They're kind of in the open. It's going to be hard for them to play off of each other. The nade is going to do some decent damage onto Tezez, but even still, this round looking very good for Heroic at the moment.
Boomic has to drop off, but the problem is he's burning alive, and Teslas will hard commit for the kill. Saves his team as well. That's massive.
Oh.
Shush on the Deagle. Takes down Bit. Blows his brains clean out there. An Electronic and Simple tucked in towards the A site. Fingers crossed, hoping that they just get a save out of this, because the round, that's hammered in as Heroics.
And I could just see the setup from Navi there. It was going to be a problem. They were out of utility. They try to flash through the smoke, but they don't get the timing right. The rotation just wasn't there in time. You could see Simple tried to pop flash them through it as Perfecto swung, but it was just a little bit too late. And that caused a ton of issues. As now Cadian baiting out the shot from Electronic. They know he's tucked away. They're both here. They time the peaks together. Cadian and Shush on the wide swings. And now Simple. He's alone in the pit. He's been spotted. They know he's here. The flash is good. And Stown, leaping from above, falls on top of Simple. Finds the kill. No guns recovered. And Heroic on the T side looking very, very strong. This is very much what Navi did to them on their T side of Mirage as well, in the early rounds at least.
This is the dream scenario for Heroic. You come out into this game, the players we were highlighting on, the players that the people on the desk were highlighting on as well, and Blair was saying we need big rounds from Shush, right? We need Teslas to come in. They're waking up. They're getting into the game. And Heroic, picking up round after round, complete difference in body language as well. You know, back on Mirage, they looked so somber the entire time. We weren't seeing any giggling. There was no rounds where they could really hype each other up. Here, even on this little pause, you can see they look a lot happier. It does seem like Navi have taken a pause as well, potentially for Blade to give his input.
Yep, and you can see right there, check the notes, pass over the information, try to help out Boomic as much as he can. They're down by quite a bit now, and of course they are on the CT side of Inferno. It's only going to get harder from here. They need to get as many rounds as they can. And also that man right there has not been able to get into this map at all.
No, he's been fairly isolated. And if you can keep doing that, if you can ice out Simple,
yeah,
that's like, you know, hands down, that's how you win the game.
Yeah, and Inferno is one of those maps where you kind of can too, right? The Oppers have potential for a lot of impact, but there's also, you know, it's kind of hard to explain, but a lot of the early round nades for the T side are entirely, they exist for the entire use of stopping early op picks, right? Those early nades towards banana, the early nades towards top middle, right? Those are all nades that exist specifically to try to stop ops from getting early picks. And Simple, he hasn't really had the op all that much, and when he has, they just haven't gone to where he is. They've managed to find the openings where he just isn't there. He's not even been able to have any impact at all.
Pause still in effect here. Cadian coming across, getting him back into the game. Small fist bump. But this is good. For Heroic, this is exactly what you want. You're winning out on the half. You just got to keep it going. The bigger scoreline they have getting onto their CT side, the more confidence they're going to have. And it looks like we are back into the action now. 5-1 being the split. As we said, Navi took the win on their map pick. Heroic, if you can bring this back, we will go to Nuke. This series decides who gets the guaranteed spot at the Major in Antwerp. And again, they open it up with the early nades towards Banana. Boomic backing off, taking 9 damage.
And now again, we see the op from Simple inside of the apartments, but Heroic's just not going there. They have 3 over towards B. There's 1 man holding for that just any sort of aggressive mid or Halls push. That's Refresh tucked away at the bottom of the stairs. Heroic, they've taken full B control. The setup here from the CTs again, it's Boomic and Perfecto. Perfecto playing close with the UMP. Boomic, if he re-peaks, he might be in trouble. Stown's walked all the way across. They have spotted him. They know he's here, so that's the first smoke dropped. And now with Navi having to use their utility at B, don't be surprised to see something aggressive here in response by the CTs. Oh, and this is going to come down to this. If Simple misses this shot and Refresh finds the pick onto Electronic, that could be nightmare fuel. He swings out. He does miss it. He actually drops, but Electronic gets the trade. It's still the 4 versus 4. And those fights just feel so T-sided in those moments. Flash is going to come in. Bit needs to find this one. Shush actually got into the arch before. Oh, he didn't get spotted, Jack.
He got a huge timing to work with. So now he's back into CT. Boomich has to clear it, and he will be able to get the flick off. Shush nearly reacted, but doesn't do it in time. Bomb on the move. It's on the back of Cadian, and he's running over towards the B site. The attention of Boomich being pulled on Speedway as well. So the one player here to deal with this is just Perfecto. He's tucked in with the UMP, and there's 2 Ts coming into his domain. They've got 10 seconds. If he goes unseen, all he's got to do is deny the plant, and that could be the round, but he can't quite get an angle to peek onto him. They still don't quite know. He's going to hard spam now. They're fully aware of this. Cadian's attention pulled between 2 different positions. Boomich walks up, hits the headshot onto him. The rotate into Banana has finally arrived. That's Tessus. But he's got to do something criminal and steal the round away. With Stound falling in ruins, the whole round is getting ruined. And Tessus, they spring out onto him, they overwhelm him, the defuse is there, and Na'Vi get the second round with just 2 casualties.
And that's an example for Perfecto there. If he hard commits to fighting those players planting the bomb, he realizes he has the UMPs, realizes he's at a disadvantage. He knows they're going to be looking for him. He jiggles it out, spots the player covering, and he knows, okay, I'm not going to win this fight, right? So instead of taking the fight and losing it and giving up his position, he just tucks away. He just stays alive. He tucks behind the new box. They have no way to get to him. They're too scared to push forward because they don't know if there's another player in backhaul. They don't know if there's somebody else hiding inside of the site. So they just get that bomb down. And by Perfecto staying alive and just causing problems just by his presence, right? Just his presence on the map, causing so many problems for Heroic. As Na'Vi do eventually pick up their second, and again, Simple goes back to this angle.
They're trying it again. Refresh. He seems like he's ready for this one on the face, but the difference is this time Simple hits the shot. You won't be getting those for free time and time again. Boomich in a prime position to punish though as Tessus comes walking up towards him. Oh. He slips into the back. Easy shot into the cranium.
Perfect timing. And now they know one more is lurked up towards Hull. Simple just wants to take that fight. Cadian's going to be walking into B, and Perfecto's jiggle peeking from the coffins did spot out Cadian. They spot each other. Counter smoke comes in to slow everything down. Molotov as well. Just going to make it more difficult, and the nade damage. Shush gets popped down to 21. Simple finds a kill towards middle. That lurk, not going to work out. Boomich is boosted. Shush has been spotted. Both players are spotted now. Shush is so low, but Boomich can't connect the shots. Heroic in the 2 versus 4. They have the sight. They have the op on Cadian. Can they find the frags?
Shush with 1. Gets the headshot off onto Perfecto. He's still holding towards Garden as well. Flash over the top, but as they come into him, his vision is crystal clear. And this is looking awful for Na'Vi. They've been giving them the 1v1s. They're again going to go for the same sort of attack, but Electronic does hit it. Cadian holds his own with the AWP. It's a battle of the AWPers, but with no time left for Na'Vi, this can't really be around for Simple. Best case, he kills him on the cross.
And he is going to be able to do it. He gets the kill, but Heroic get the round, and that's going to be perfectly fine from the Heroic point of view. Shush with 20 HP, finding 2 kills aggressive in backhauls. Like you said, they peeked him 1 by 1. They took their turns fighting him, and Shush landed every single headshot with the AK. And that's exactly how you lose a 4 versus 2. You don't group up. You can see they tried the flash for the second peek here. I mean, Perfecto dropping here again. That flash just doesn't land. Shush is in the open. He's in the perfect spot. If the flash lands, he would have been blind. They miss it now. Blade getting into them, getting into their edge. You see, he's talking to the in-game leader of Boomich right now. He's really giving it to him too. He is not happy with what he's seeing.
No, hammering home the problems here. The Danes talking it out as well. 6-2. Monstrous T-side performance so far from Heroic. You just got to maintain pace, obviously, for Na'Vi as well. You're looking at what they're working with going into a round like this, and it's not fantastic. Yeah, you've got the AWP on Simple, but he's had limited opportunities for success. The one pick towards Apps. Other than that, he's been really isolated. Here towards middle, they flash him early, and they're going to be running into him. They want to try and hit hard and fast. The Mac 10 could turn this round into a fast, but he turns, hits the shot, and keeps himself in it.
And he wants to play close to the smoke as well. You know, Simple loves his no-scopes. doesn't want to give up the map control, didn't want to give up long there. He found the opening, and you can see the reaction. They start dropping the nades towards middle, and Electronic, the wide swing with the MP9, potentially the mouse jump doing him dirty. The flank is coming out as Heroic's trying to commit up into the site. Simple's now repositioned in with the off as well.
Headshot from Refresh, but Simple, he's tucked in on the tight right. They need to isolate him, and they can't. He's able to get into the back line, and Simple's doing all the damage on the scope. Finally, Shush will silence him. Hits the kill, but Boomich is coming. He's tiptoeing his way through the apartments. He's just waiting, listening out for the opportunity to punish. Shush tucks directly underneath him inside a pit, worried that he's going to be coming swinging out through library. Sets his crosshair up onto the balcony now as well. 45 seconds. He's got to get the bomb and get it down, or Boomich needs to give him an opportunity. He's peering onto the site. Just the CZ and the HE.
Oh, finds the timing as well. Shush just waiting it out, and the fact that he hadn't seen anything from Boomich at that point indicates he's probably inside of halls, because if he was short, he would have been jiggling out or something. Same thing if he was towards long. So because Shush saw absolutely nothing from Boomich, there was just too many places that Shush could have walked to. He could have walked to, right? If Boomich was on short, he would have jiggled, peeked out, saw the bomb, and been playing around it. Similar situation towards long. And so Shush knows exactly what his win condition is. And he waits, and eventually finds the timing onto Boomich to get the kill.
Risky maneuver early on towards middle. Simple doesn't fancy his chances, so plays it slightly more passive. Utility primed and ready. Heroic pushing their way up into the apartments. Refresh, he's had a good read on this. They are being able to contend for control towards brackets. Bomb's gone unseen as well. And Stown holds for any aggressive plays towards Banana. Flash thrown out, bomb on the rotate back around. They're going to be scarpering up towards the B site. Lots of noise has been heard from the CTs, but they haven't seen anything yet. And Tessus, he's trying to take the fight.
And this is just an example of Heroic wanting to put pressure towards A early, fall back, make sure there's no B aggression from Navi, keep them honest, keep them playing. At the very least, 2 players over to the B site. And you see Simple's rotated over now too, so they've got 3 there. This has worked perfectly for Heroic. Simple does block the smoke, allowing him to play on top of it, and if he finds this opening kill, it could be a problem. Stowns runs straight through into CT spawn, the flash is perfect. Boomich is blind, Bit finds the first one towards top middle, second player there as well, needs to get this kill onto Refresh, and they're turning around, they're going back to B. Stown is in the back line, they haven't spotted him, he got the kill, but they're not looking for it as Perfecto gets one, and that's all he's gonna get. Stown flanks out onto Simple. The B bomb site is taken, the bomb is gonna go down, and the 3-man play from Navi not going to work out for them. Stown, aggressive in CT, gets the 2 kills and wins the round for Heroic.
That's massive. Really nice round. Played it perfectly. Knew that he had that opportunity to create space. Pushed in whilst the flashbang was up. Cleans up against the SMG. And then finally takes out Simple. So Heroic, 8 rounds. They've won the half and then some now on their T side of Inferno. And they're not done with this either. They want to keep this going.
It was just a great round from Heroic overall. They put that presence towards top mid. They turn around, make a ton of noise clearing out top B. Pulls the rotation from Simple. And they planned on faking B. Right. This was supposed to be a B fake. Where Stown was just going to run in, go for the fight in CT spawn. If he gets that kill, you know, that's great, even better. But they were going to plan on going back to A. But once Stown flanked around into backhaul, he realized no one's contesting me, guys. Come back to B. I think that's it. I think there's only 1 more in the site. He was, you know, there was 2 in the site, but Simple was in such a tough spot because he was getting flanked from from Banana and from backhaul.
Boomich, playing inside of the smoke here. Lots of damage being done, but Tessa still fights his way through him, acting like Daredevil. Even when he's blind, he's still going to hit the shot with a Famous. So it's another opening pick, falling in favor of the T's of Heroic. They retake Banana control, but the T's, they've already gone. They're grouped up back towards brackets now once more. And there's no warp in play this time for Na'Vi. It is just the rifles that they've got to contend with. 3-man setup on the site.
And they are just leaving Perfecto towards Banana at the sandbags just to make sure that no one from Heroic is walking up. He can get the sound cues, but really they're just gambling over towards the A site. And Simple's here in the arch. He's going to see these smokes. If he peeks out into mid, he might call there's nothing here, but it's the Halls play and it's Electronic to find the first.
Shuts down Testus. The push gets fragmented. They're slowing it down, and Electronic's able to peek again and again. Bit, he takes the bombardment. Full frontal assault onto Refresh. Wins out on that one with the AK, and with just 2 Ts left alive for 35 seconds, they're stuck in awkward positions. Perfecto, he's pushed down Banana. Cadian turns to try and get the shot off, but he's got away. And this is going to be really rough. You've got 25 seconds. Shush does find an opener. And he's peeking back in for more. Now Cadian's starting to work his way up as well. 18 seconds, you've got to be swift about this. And Cadian, through the wall, says goodnight to Electronic. Bit takes the head clean off, ready for a rapid response as Shush sprints up for Bit. He does everything. Hat-trick into the round, and the AWP's going to be carried over. And
Bit saves the day there, actually, because Simple drops, seemingly unaware of the potential flank from Long. He goes down, shot in the back of the head. The Molotov forces Electronic forward as Cadian lands the kill on him through the wall. And if Bit doesn't find that kill on Cadian, if Cadian peeks out, remember, it's like half a second, maybe at most, not even, probably 0.2 seconds right there for Cadian. If he lands that shot, if he gets the shot off even, right, if Bit doesn't one-tap him, Cadian kills him, straight up. Cadian just kills him if Bit doesn't land the one-tap. So very, very huge round for Bit to land that headshot. Otherwise, I mean, Heroic would have been completely running away with the T-half. Now, they actually don't grab the op either. They didn't get it. So there's no op on the CT side. The money from Heroic wasn't great. Obviously, they did have a lot of players die in those round wins. As Boomich is pushed all the way down, and he can't find his timing to tuck away, but he is able to find the kill. Has a smoke, drops it down, jumps across, avoids the molly damage as he's across to the left side. Has some support, and he is going to be able to stay alive. Little team tag as well there, just for... Oh, no, never mind. It didn't happen. I thought he just clipped his knee there.
Love tap.
Yeah, little love tap.
Hype his team up. Flash round on Arch.
And that flash is to bait that there's a player playing in Moto. Simple's tucked away in the corner. And if Bit baits for him here, this could be huge.
Simple playing anti. They're going to peek past him. He'll be able to spray. Reveals himself. Boomich capitalizes as well as they converge together. Refresh, the only one in position to try and slow this down. And he does pick up 2 frags. He's only on 6 HP, but he's hitting his shots. The bomb is dropped. There's a kill from Shush for free on the re-aggress from Bit. And this might be a mistake, Davey. Now we're in a 2 versus 1 towards the A site.
And the bomb is down at Long. They recover it. You can see Perfecto, his reaction is to go aggressive in Banana, but he always has to be worried about the CT play, so he can't rotate. It is going to be all in Electronic. He has the smoke, he peeks out, finds the headshot on Refresh. Hello. Shush, down to 52 HP. He is going to be able to get into the site. He may be able to get this bomb planted. Electronic wants to wait for his teammate. Bomb is going to go down. Smoke towards Moto to isolate the 1 versus 1. Electronic trying to find the information. He got the information, but he also got a bullet to the brain. Perfecto, 1 versus 1. Throws the lurk smoke, trying to play around it. Shush is ready. He's waiting. Can he find the kill? Perfecto made a lot of sound cues, and you can see he's worried about the play in the smoke, but Perfecto playing it to perfection. Backs away, makes the sound cue towards Graveyard, and walks all the way back to Long through the smokes, and the clutch king of Na'Vi comes up massive yet again.
He was in his head rent-free, playing around the smoke. He backs off. He walks into him. Gets a free kill because of it, and most importantly, the round. Refresh did everything he could to try and keep him in it here. The 2 kills, we saw the re-aggress from Na'Vi. Shush gets into action. But Na'Vi take the round, and we do go 8-4. So close. The minutest of details time and time again, man.
I think Perfecto missed his jump, and then once he missed it, he recognized he had like a different win condition now, you know? That's the sign of someone who's great in clutches. As soon as he missed that jump, he's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to look over this smoke anymore, but Shush is going to be thinking I'm playing around it, so I'm just going to back all the way up to Long and wait to see if he pushes. And that's a ballsy read to make because he was low on time. If Shush doesn't push there, Perfecto's lost.
Ooh, Electronic can't repeat the heroism he had into the prior round. It was a filthy shot. This time it's just a spam. And he gets brought down to 46 HP. The T's in the push and pull towards quad. They're going to weave their way up. The smoke is dropped. Simple's here. He's looking for an opportunity to strike, but tested some refresh. They walk away with some delight. 2 clean kills. Electronic still on the site, playing posted up on the box. Perfecto
Massive.
just lets it rip like a Beyblade with a spam, but Shush will be able to sideswipe him. And it's all on Boomich. He comes booming into the round with the opening. That's the molly dropped as well. The spread forcing the face, they peek into it, and they do trade 1-for-1. The round given up to Heroic, Cadian pumped up as they get 9 on the T side of Inferno.
And crucially as well, that was the force in from Heroic. They knew that Navi's money was bad. All those kills in the previous round, they knew that they had Navi on the ropes. They go for the force. It's a bold call, and it works out. Right there, Perfecto with the double kill. If Electronic was able to find something from the site, if Simple was able to find something from the site, it's a totally different round, but neither one of them able to get anything done. The site players from Navi there at the A bomb site just not able to find any kills. Fast B control being taken, but a ton of damage being taken as well. Refresh and Cadian down to 22 and 39 apiece.
Softens them up. It makes it look doable with the pistols now. The CZ could have so much more success. Oh. Good angle from Stown. Headshot onto Simple.
Man, he just hasn't been able to get into the game at all.
Oh, and Stown, he's just having a hell of a game, isn't he? 11 for 7. Multi-kill in the round already. That's B-site open. Navi have put down the welcome mat and said, come on in.
Yeah, they're just going to gamble towards A. I mean, Boomich has invested heavily. He's down to 1,300. He's not going to be able to buy next round, so you can see Cadian down all the way in T-spawn, just holding that flank. Any aggression towards second mid, anything down middle to flank Banana, he's going to spot it out, give them the info. He's not actually at an angle where he's going to be able to likely get the kill. But it's just about the information. You know, he's got the MAC-10. He's all the way at the bottom here. But it doesn't matter. No one's going to push him. The bomb's going to get planted in B. Navi's going to save over at A. It is just yet again another Inferno moment.
The old classic, the old faithful.
Yep.
But this is not vintage at all from Heroic. This is very different. 10 rounds now at a bare minimum on your T side. And think of how cocksure of himself Blair is going to be feeling if this is the one game where Heroic finally get it over the finish line and take the win against Navi on Inferno. Oh, mate.
Unlucky, bud. Unlucky. And Simple down to 39.50 as well. If he wants the op, someone's going to have to drop it to him. And I didn't see all the money. I don't know if anyone has the funds to drop it and not be Glass Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the point of kind of what we were talking about earlier with James. It's like, do you really want to invest in dropping the op? He hasn't been able to find any impact. There was actually the one round in the A site with the op when he got the 3K playing around the smokes. That was the only real impact round we've seen from him. And no, they decide not to go for it. He's relegated to just the M4. No kits for the CT side either. As Heroic, they want to respond with fast middle. Boomich finds the opening onto Tezez. Electronic spots the aggressive mid play. Doesn't drop his counter utility just yet.
Simple. On the poised position, up top. Hits the headshot, peeks out, sees the second man running into the smoke as well. Comms this across to his teammate, but Bit will do the damage. That's down falling. And only 2 Ts left alive, Cadian burning. He's got to run away. He'll link up with Shush. But you are so outnumbered. And your HP is in a really horrific spot in a round like this.
Yeah, it's not a good situation. Obviously. I mean, it's 2v5, so... Not how they saw this round going.
Not what they wanted.
No, but overall, I mean, 10-5 half on the T side of Inferno is fantastic. What a great half from Heroic. They picked this map. They clearly came into it with a game plan. You could see very early on, they were countering Navi's early setups. They've been shutting down Simple the entire game. I know they were talking about on the desk how Simple, he's going to have a whole bunch of different looks, right? He's going to be able to go for aggressive B picks, mid, hulls, whatever. We actually haven't seen that a whole lot from them, and partially because Navi hasn't been able to get the op out a whole lot, right? They've only had it a few rounds. If I had to guess, maybe 5 rounds in this half, 4 or 5, Simple had an op. It might not even be that many. Nah, there's no way. No.
It can't happen.
Nah.
13 seconds,
He mollied
man's
himself
on 12
off even.
HP. Yeah, he can't even get into the site.
No. Okay.
All right, so there we go. 10-5 half. Big display from Heroic. Exactly what you want. Now, if you get into your CT site, get a huge pistol, everyone's lively, you're all vibing, it could happen. Keep in mind, it's a best of 3 as well, and this decides who qualifies with that guaranteed spot to the PGL Major in Antwerp. So this best of 3 means so much to everyone in the server. Nuke's the decider if we need it.
Yeah, and this is the second map as well. Remember, NAVI picked up that first one. Their map pick of Mirage, 16-11. Now, we're looking here at the T side of Inferno, and it's one of those moments where it's very cliche. It's easy to say, but it's always going to reign true that this T side pistol is absolutely massive for them. If they get this pistol, they secure the second round. You know, Heroic potentially gets put onto the back foot just a little bit. And maybe they could bring this one back on the T side. Now, Simple with the P250. Got the tag onto Shush to start that one off, so he's down to 74. The counter utility as well. How many teams run this exact pistol on the CT of Inferno? Usually it's the dualies at half wall lately, but this time it's the CZ from Cadian, the nade as well, and they're making noise, so the sound cues should come in. The nade is going to be dropped. That's going to do quite a bit of damage onto Bit, puts him down to 57. Now they know the CZ was close. Bit may not have heard them fall back either, because remember that nade cancels out your sound. So he may not have heard them fall back. Oh, and look at this. Look at this call from Heroic. All 5 going over to the A-bomb site.
They have read it like a book. They've stacked, prepared for the site, but there's 2 frags falling in favor of the T's. Perfecto as well. Wins out in the 1v1. Boomich comes off the bomb and repositions, trying to get into a better spot to secure the plant. Cadian runs up with a CZ. A critical headshot to connect, and he will be able to take him down. Simple. He goes down in Boiler, and it's all on Perfecto in the 1v2. 37 seconds to work with. Stuck in the pit. They're swinging onto him. The dink will deal the damage, and Stown will walk away with the round. That's the 11th now picked up.
And what a pistol from Heroic as well. They gamble 5 over towards the A site. They show presence at B. They know that Navi is going to take that. They're going to take that information and say, hey, there's 3 at B. Run up mid. Heroic's like, yeah, we know you're going to run up mid. Guess what? We're running over there too. They completely give up the B bomb site. Navi has the site control, but they can't get the bomb down. Boomich is getting flanked on short. Has to cancel the plant. Runs into the site, and Cadian, no fear, no hesitation, Wing at the in-game leader of Navi with that CZ, finds the kill as the second round starts. Simple gets the opening pick with the Deeg.
Simple's had enough. He wants to take this game into his own hands. And in his palms is that Deagle. Player being spotted as well towards Boiler. That'll be Shush who's got to back out. They've taken the control off of him. And they're grouped up inside of Apps. They are also holding for the push towards Banana, but it's not coming in. They've got the smoke at the bottom.
And Simple communicating a lot here in this round. Look, he's just been talking nonstop. He's trying to organize some form of play towards A. The bomb is here inside of the mini pit, and it's Boomich who has it with just the Glock. If this aggression from B comes out, if this materializes and the bomb gets dropped, it's not going to matter what happens at A. Electronics pushed up. There is that player over towards Moto. It is refresh with the M4, and they are going to try to find him. He's jiggling it out. The timing's going to be everything. Electronic finds him, looks for the second in pit as well, spotted the player. They're all the way up, but the flank in mid is already there.
Flashes out so he can peek. Trying to deal damage with a Famous. Will be able to grab 2 frags. That's a huge play to be made. Tessus comes running into the site with the MP9. Simple will go down. Stown finds 2. And they grab it. They hold on. It looked awkward. It looked scary. Monstrous play with the Famous. Oh, the MP9 as well. I'm going in. Just runs out.
Again. Same thing as the pistol. Boomich trying to plant in the site just gets run down by the flankers of Heroic. They go in so fast. And there, Electronic almost finds both kills, puts both players down into red, but cannot find the headshots, cannot land the kill. As the utility comes out, that Molotov just not spreading.
Ooh. Close spam, but no frag. Instead, it will be refresh to punish Perfecto. And Heroic are dangerously close to a 13th round already. Na'Vi, 2 players inside of the apps, rotate off from the site. They just leave Stown holding towards the top of Banana. They're going to group up at A. Electronic, he's in for a rude awakening if he peeks out onto this. Shush tucks underneath quad.
The timing is just working out in Heroic's favor there. Shush was the only man on this A bomb site. 15 seconds ago, he was here by himself. Now they're walking out towards middle. They're right on top of each other, though. And the spacing is good. Bit lands the headshot. Counter utility comes out. They're looking towards long, and that's the moment that Refresh strikes. Peeks out, finds 2. His only man here is Stown. He's tucked away behind the car, but the kill actually goes the way of the T's. So this is going to be bomb down. Boomich with the missed smoke ever so slightly. Bomb is still going to get planted. It's a 2v3 post plant, and Simple's gone aggressive into CT.
He dives through the smoke. Posts up on the ankle, but Boomich, he's been blown out of the server, and it's all up to Simple to slay them. Can he skeng him up with a Kalashnikov? Peeks in towards Banana, but no. Cadian's ready for the engagement. Will win out on that one. And Heroic take the 13th round.
Heroic landing all of their shots there, and that miss smoke from Boomich, you can see it just spurred Simple forward. He wanted to land that deep smoke and try going aggressive into CT spawn, but as soon as Boomich dies, it's a problem. And there is a bit of a misplay there from Na'Vi as well in the 2 versus 3. Simple going aggressive in CT. I mean, you don't want Boomich going aggressive Banana at the same time, right? He needs to either go towards back site, play to stay alive, potentially walk into the back halls, right? But he needs to go somewhere closer to Simple. Him dying at Banana puts Simple in the worst possible scenario. Then he's responsible for so many things. If Boomich goes towards back site, they potentially have a crossfire from CT and site, because if Simple finds the kill on Cadian and CT spawn, then the CTs, they're retaking B with the crossfire from site and CT, right? And that is a much better situation for Na'Vi. Boomich re-aggressing on Banana and dying pretty much secured the round for Heroic. And he only had the Galil. It's not a great fight.
Heroic making the impossible looking plausible here. Could be the first time we see them take this map away from Na'Vi, put it back into a split series, 1 map apiece, push us onto Nuke and have the opportunity to grab that spot at the major. We'll stay in the present for the meantime. Again, aggression towards Banana. It doesn't work well for Heroic here. Simple, ready, assaults with the AK, and slays the IGL of Heroic.
Cadian tries to go aggressive on B, but the spam through the smoke lands Simple the opening frag. And again, look at this gamble stack from Heroic. 4 players towards the A site. Just now, Tezes is rotating back over. Does have the smoke in his hand. Na'Vi is retaking the bottom of Banana. That bomb is still down there at the bottom of the ramp, so what they want to do here is they want to fight for top B control. That flash, trying to bait out that there's 2 inside of B, right? That's the idea. And if there is 2 inside of B, the general reaction from the T side would be like, okay, long is weak. We're going to go up long. And you can see that's exactly what Heroic is hoping happens. They have 2 players here, 1 player tucked away in the cubby as Stown takes the fight, and it actually is Refresh who wins out on it. So now Na'Vi knows there was 2 players towards long. Both of them are low, but the kill goes the way of Heroic.
The 4-on-4 head-to-head. Walk through the smoke. Perfecto does hit that one. Stops Refresh. Cuts back the numbers. Stown's only got 10 HP as well, and he's wrapping back on B. So this comes down to Shush purely in the 1 versus 4. He's about to be overwhelmed. He's got a multi-frag. He's got a punish. Only gets 1 before Bit will be able to buckle him. And that's the round gone, really.
Just make sure you plant the bomb.
Ooh, 1 second. Ooh.
Look, man, I've seen some things, okay? You never know. You just never know. Cutting it down very close. Boomich does eventually get it down, though. So Na'Vi pick up their first round here of the T side. 13-6. It's a big lead for Heroic, but nothing's out of the realms of possibility. Heroic's money not in a great spot either. Cadian will be able to rebuy. Drops won't be able to come in from Stout and Tezes, though. Remember, it's only the 1,400 bonus right now. So we are going to see some SMGs. We're going to see some pistols. Stout could drop a MP9 to Refresh, probably. they want, yeah, because he's already got the armor, so he can drop the MP9. That way Refresh can get the gun, all the nades, you know, etc., etc. Maybe a Mag 7 half wall, you know, a little bit of fun.
Ooh, maybe. Could be coming. The Professor Chaos play.
Now he'd be in halls.
Oh, there you go. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Only when his game's slow.
Exactly.
But this has been a fast game for Heroic with the stature they've been building. But you're not out of the woods yet, no matter how big the scoreline is. NAVI can always bring this back. A little bit of an extended pause on this one as well.
Yeah. I think these teams are taking back-to-back pauses, right? Like, I think if NAVI takes one, Heroic responds with their own or vice versa. That's what it seems like, because the pauses have definitely been lasting longer than 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Oh, obviously, yeah, 30 minutes, yeah. Obviously,
it's a really long pause.
It's a very long tac pause. It's more of a tactical meeting than a tactical pause.
Have a little mothers meeting in Spawn.
Yeah, but it does seem like they've been going back-to-back because, well, it's just been like a minute long instead of 30 seconds every time.
No, you are right. It does make sense as well. It's a way to counter it. But we are into the 20th round. And look at this. Electronic straight up onto quad. Problem is, he's taken a bullet to the head. Shush. Will be taking him down. And Bit peeks out through the balcony as well. Tessus sends him off on a date with the coroner from Graveyard. And this is worrying for NAVI. Now only 3 Ts. The triple threat left alive towards Banana. And there's close contacts down. He's playing in the smoke. He had a huge gap in it. He takes down Boomich and backs off. No room for a trade.
Yeah, the one-way smoke from CT Spawn. And look, he wants more. He decides to peek back out. The counter smoke from his teammate in CT just going to slow NAVI down completely. They're already in the 2 versus 5. Bit of hopelessness coming out from Simple there. He's like, I'll just spray my bullets into the smoke and hopefully someone is just there, right? It's just desperation. Desperation for the Ts. And they might just walk away and save at this point, Jack, because it's a 2v5. They don't really have any entry to the sites. Simple has the AK, he has the nades, and Perfecto actually given the kill onto Shush. So that's just going to back Heroic up a bit. They're like, okay, wait, whoa. Let's not do anything crazy. Remember who we're playing against right now, okay? Let's not be giving up anything. And so they stop. Any aggression they were thinking about immediately ceases once Perfecto gets the kill. And he could drop a Galil now because, yeah, the 1950, he's not going to have any bonus, obviously, because they're saving the guns. Simple already has the AK, the smoke flash, so he doesn't really need anything else. You'd like more utility, but in the end, not that big of a deal. What's the money like? So Electronic can buy Galil full nades for himself. If Perfecto decides to drop one over to Bit, then obviously Perfecto's going to lack the utility, but Bit will have all of it. It just depends on how they want to go about it, really. But dropping the Galil to Bit just means more rifles on the server, because Boomich can buy his own. Now, the main question is... Yeah, okay, never mind. They're not going to go for the op.
That is a loud chicken.
That is a very loud chicken. That chicken is excited.
He's really, like, fired up. He must be a Heroic fan.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. He's trying to throw NAVI off and spawn.
Calling him a chicken. Oh, man. Right, well, who's going to have the secret herbs and spices in round 21?
It's like, and they called me a chicken. You're the ones who didn't even go for the round. That's what he's yelling at him right now.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Simple. On a close range connection, they got their back turns. They walked into him. They wanted to be flashed out. Instead, it's a double kill for Simple and Tessus. Quick on the response. Hits the headshot. Smoke drop. Molly thrown out as well. Tucks in. Playing on the lip of the smoke. Waiting for the push to come out. His teammates are rotating over. He sees the headshot towards Pool, but he will be punished by Electronic.
And the spam coming in, doing so much damage. You can see Bit just dancing around, jumping up and down, jumping everywhere, trying to avoid that damage, and Electronic finds the headshot onto Refresh. That is going to be the save. Shush just running away with it. And NAVI, okay, I mean, they answer back 14-7. Now remember, last game, when NAVI was up 15-7 is when Heroic started to sort of bring those rounds back, win a couple rounds. Now, at 14-7, NAVI doing a good job winning this one. I mean, the pop flash comes in, but it was just at a really unfortunate time. It was the exact moment Simple peeks around the corner. So he finds the double. The money for Heroic as well in a very iffy spot. Stown, Refresh, and Tezes should be able to force into it, but it's not going to be great. Yeah, 37, 34, 39. This should just be the eco now. This should just be the eco for Heroic. Play with the one gun, save for the next round. You'll have a good buy. You'll be fine. You're on that 1900 bonus. If you don't invest into this, you're fine. Now the problem if they go for the force and then they lose, then they're full reset. They're going to be on the 2400 bonus the next round, which means... So let's just say they force into this one, which they did. Okay, so if they lose this round, they still have 4 M4s, so it's not terrible, but the utility's not there. And it's CT Inferno. You have to have the utility.
You got to have the nades.
You got it. So if they lose this here, then they're on full eco for the next round, but they're only going to be at about 2K, only at about 2,000, which means the round after that, they're going to be looking at 44, 4,500 average, which means they're not going to be able to get the op, they're not going to be able to get the rifles and the utility, and they're giving Navi a chance to close this gap. As Simple finds the opening, the boost. Oh, and Electronic got the timing. He swings out, finds the booster as well. Bit with the third. That's Shush going down inside of the A site, and the force buy, they have to hold on to these guns. They absolutely have to.
They're not going to.
No, they're not going to.
Tessus is dead on Arch, and the only player still alive is Cadian. He's stuck at the B site, and they need to track him down. They can go full John Rambo, perfecto. He sees him, comes across exactly where he is. They can flank him from either side. He's stuck in a really dire strait now. Just got a hard spam onto CT, connects one on Electronic, but the problem is the second he falls, their buy is going to be out of this one. Although Cadian does actually get 2 before he buckles.
Yeah, but for Navi, I mean, Heroic has 14.
Yeah.
So there is no resetting them at this point, right? If they lose one round, they're going to be able to buy the next one. And if they lose a second one, it's game over, right? We go on to nuke. So it doesn't matter to them at that point. They can lose guns going for those hunts. It's not an issue. And this is what I'm talking about now. So once we get back into this next one, you're going to see Heroic's money is going to be right around the 2K mark. I think Refresh had an extra 500 in the bank, but he might invest into it because of it. Exactly. So he's got the Deagle, the Smoke Flash, and they've half bought. So, okay, actually, this is interesting. So they're going for the investment here with the Deagles and the nades. If they lose this round, they're actually going to take another eco next round. They're not going to buy into it just to get that full gun round coming out when they finally decide to go for it. Because if they full ecoed here, the next gun round they had would have been a bad one, and then they potentially lose that, and then Navi's totally back into the game. So they just go for the Deagles, some light utility, and hope, hey, I mean, if we hit our 1 Deags, great. If we don't, that's fine. Eco next, and then we're going to have a really good buy for that gun run that we want.
But Navi are just taking it a round at a time. And they're getting the game closer and closer. Here into the 23rd, aggression comes out towards the top of Banana. They do have a boost. They've got the smoke as well. Backup from Tesla's playing towards Garden. And Navi, after the initial contact with the smoke being dropped, they start to double back.
Cadian?
Oh, hello. He dives around the corner. He's got the info. He drops the smoke as well and plays on the site. He's the Lone Ranger at the A.
And that smoke being dropped as well does give quite a bit of info to Navi. If this was an A stack, that smoke's not getting dropped, right? So Navi's like, okay, I think they're heavy towards B because the only reason that smoke gets dropped is if there's a man by himself on A, right? That's the only situation where that happens. So you can see the reaction here. Boomich going up long, looking for the info. He's just spraying the smokes as the play comes up towards short, and that is going to be the A site taken. Heroic, they're just going to back off. No armor to save. There is a couple pieces of utility which could make a difference, right? Shush and Tezes with the flash apiece. And they're just going to save all the way back towards the B site. And now it's just a matter of how bad do you want to eco hunt. Simple. He smells him.
He's caught a whiff. He's got the knife and fork out. Can he make an incision towards Banana? Ready on the angle, back up a bit. He knows one player got past. If he peeks into this, the Deagles are honed in on him. Instead, he's just going to hold. No reason to overcommit. A little bit worried about the T-step space. And that's actually the 1 Deag from Tessus. Woo! Slumps him.
Ooh, and the flash is good. Bit's blind. They want to try to recover that AK. Second flash coming in. That one actually misses. It is going to be Boomich and Bit fragging out on the ecos, and Boomich wants more. In the end, again, not going to matter. It's just kind of fun. They get to have the ecos. And you can see this is the money situation for Heroic now. That small investment, they plan for this. They're totally okay with it. Here, we might even see a little bit of pistol light armor, maybe a 5.7 light armor, a flash. They have a little bit of extra money to play with now. They're not going to go for the armor by the looks of it. Just a couple upgraded pistols, the smoke, and that means this next gun round from them is going to be the full buy. They're going to have double ops if they want it. They're going to have the full utility. Last round was just a small sort of gamble. They realized they didn't want to play a gun round with low utility or low weapons, whatever. They just didn't want to play a bad gun round, so makes sense to go for the double eco.
I do prefer that, at least. You make the smart economic decision. We've seen times where, you know, you get stuck in a rut, you keep forcing into it, you go on to lose the game, there's no point. Here, you know you can afford to concede a couple of rounds, have a healthy buy, and then attempt to shut the game down. It's down, looking for the 1 dig, misses the opening shot. He's now been spotted out by Boomich. And Simple's just running in.
It's like, come on.
Give me the kills.
I want them. That's what he sounds like.
He does indeed. He's a cockney.
You're right, mate. Going up here for kills, yeah?
Going to be having all the frags, actually, mate.
Many people don't know that about him.
It's from the streets of London. Navi taking the bomb back up towards the A site. All right, it's down.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, good night to Boomich. That could actually be the saved AK as well. He can grab that.
Not bad.
That makes the buy a little bit easier.
Just giving you a little bit of extra money. It's never going to hurt. They are going to get the bomb down, but as you can see, yeah, Heroic, they're just backing out. And now the save game, yet again.
But this is what Heroic have been building up to. Let the rounds tick by, get the money back up, then have your happy investment. And they are 1 round away from match point. Navi are up 1 map in the series already. So Heroic, they need to win here on Inferno. You can't afford to let this slip through your fingertips. If Navi somehow went on to close this game out, that would be them taking the 2-0 and getting the spot at the major.
And that smoke just to deny. They could see what they were wanting to do there. Navi's like, nah. Drop the smoke in halls. Shush is going to try to run through, but it is just going to be the kill for Bit. Cadian drops the bomb as well. They don't lose anything, really. They didn't have any armor. No utility, no kits, nothing like that.
Oh, the decoy shot, man. Look at him.
Oh!
He's in mid-air.
Oh my, it was Stown who got it.
That's what I was saying.
I thought Stown was like the Coffins player or something.
No, he just dived around the corner. He's an acrobat.
What on earth? Because I saw the man jump in front of him, but there was also the guy peeking from Coffins at the same time.
No, that's gross.
So I just assumed the guy Coffins got the kill. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is
freaky.
Ridiculous. Disgusting kill. Okay, 14-10. Buy finally out. This is where the game's got to come alive. Heroic, you need to wake up on the CT side now. No more sleeping. Double nade thrown over the top. Stown, he's so low. He's on 30 HP.
Yeah, big damage onto Stown. He's taking quite a bit. He backs up. Drops the nade. Ooh, he actually backed into the molly. Did some counter damage onto Perfecto with the HE. And you can see Navi, they do think that Heroic's playing 3 towards B, and they're right. They get top middle control pretty much for free. The peek out from Bit indicates there's nothing towards short. Lurk smoke towards long is just going to apply that bit of pressure. But Heroic, they're actually committing to 3B. The bomb is down at the bottom of middle, and it's coming back up mid now.
They're going to be rotating round. Take CT control, get back towards the A site. Boomich. He's starting to edge slightly more. Taking the fight round, peering into pit and seeing if he can find an opening pick for the T side, but Refresh makes the adjustment, hits the shot. Here comes Bit, the balcony attacker, bombards his way through 2 of them.
Oh!
That's the hat trick as well. Monstrous round from Bit. Heroic, they've been biding their time to finally get the buy out, and they have been slaughtered on the defense.
And look at Simple. They want to go on the hunt. They don't want to let them hold on to this op. They don't want to let them bring this one into it. You can see they are fast. They're fast on the chase. Cadian, oh, he might have just got timinged. He's going to get over into the backhaul. He's posted up on deep CT. There's no way he expects these 2 players close. He's moving around. Oh, and he keeps moving. They heard the scope, so they're a little bit careful about it. Oh, and Cadian. No. He just keeps bunny hopping around. Please. Oh, I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. Thankfully, it's over now.
Yeah, they will shut him down. Orb taken away. Tesla's the only one that's still alive. This could be a clean house, but in the end, Simple will buckle under that one as Tesla hits the shot with the M4. He's trapped in Banana, though. Easy cleanup crew action from Electronic. Na'Vi, round after round, they have been grooving on their T side.
It's down. Yeah, he goes for the hero op, drops that over to Cadian. They might be fully buying into this. I was watching, I saw lots of armor being purchased. Now they are on full bonus, so it could have just been the SMGs. No, look at that. They go for the force. Cadian gets that op in his hands. Doesn't invest in the kit though. No kits on the CT side. So they're committed to wherever they're playing to hold, that's where they're gonna have to be. As they fully bought into it, and now the op shot rings out, which means Na'Vi knows the force is in. Stown again taking a ton of nade damage, but it's Perfecto creeping through. Stown blind, finds the kill with the MP9. He wins out, he recovers the AK, and he's still going forward.
Pushes down towards close Banana. He's in a prime position. And we'll hit the headshot. Simple, stunned by what's just occurred. Reface doesn't work. Electronic stop this round from getting any more absurd. 4 versus 3, Heroic. They have an edge to work with finally. Testis is the only player stationed towards the B site, though he's got the smoke.
And crucially, Na'Vi have been conditioning Heroic to be worried about those long plays, worried about A. This time, Na'Vi walking all the way up into B. Tezes spots him, drops the smoke, and they need to get in front of it. They drop the HE right on top of him. Sound is gone. Do they spam it? No, Electronic doesn't commit. Boomich gets tagged down, but the bomb is going to go down. And Heroic, they have to play the retake. And remember, they don't have the kit, and they don't have any Molotovs.
Backups arrived. The cavalry's here. HE passed on to Shush. The AWP posted up towards Deep CT. All comes down to the post plant here for Na'Vi. If they lose this, that'll be match point taken. The retake has to be huge. Nades go in. That's the swing from Tessus. Chops his way through the first. Electronic waiting for the swing. Unloads with the AK. Does shut down 2 of them. There's the dive round as well. Time ticking away. They've got to get on the bomb. He's in the fountain and it's dead and gone.
Electronic and Boomich from the back of the site. The crossfire is perfect. Electronic gets 3, Cadian gets 2, but it is just a consolation. The round goes the way of Na'Vi. No kit being invested. They weren't able to get in. They weren't able to get the retake off. The spacing just wasn't there. They found the opening onto Bit as well. The flash was perfect. Full blinds him. And you're looking 2v4. Boomich on just 10 HP. Electronic has to come up huge, and that is exactly what he does.
The fact that they've been able to bring this game back from the brink of defeat to now them sat in a position where Na'Vi, they might actually make it to match point first if they can keep this up. The only thing they get out of it is the AWP on Cadian. Yeah. Everything else goes the way of Na'Vi.
And Heroic, I mean, they're on the full bonus, so it is okay. Right? It's not, they're not completely screwed out of this one, but Na'Vi have just been slowly running away with this.
Round 27. 2 rounds of difference. They're starting to push their way down mid early as well. Playing close on the smoke. That's actually going to be Tessus that's wading his way through it. Electronic jumps up on the balcony. He's got a clear line of sight onto him. And they get the opening frag. He gets away critically as well. But inside of the apps, Bit, woo, hits the headshot onto Stown. Survives with only 2 HP. And they're back into the 4v4.
And that trade back is massive. Remember, they have forced into this one. Off the back of the hero op save from Cadian, and he wants to walk forward. He's going to get control of Banana. It is just Perfecto here. 57 HP. He's behind the half wall. There's 3 CTs, and now he might be hearing this rotation. The op is going to go over towards A, and Perfecto may have heard them run away. Smoke towards the top of B. So Tezes, he's in front of this smoke. Perfecto would have heard the re-smoke, but does he expect Tezes in the advanced position? Crucially, if Tezes drops, he is the only player on the B bomb site.
He has to hold the line. He's got to put his foot down and walk away with a tenacious defense. Big tag, follow-up headshot onto Simple, but he's still alive. 22 HP for Bit, 9 for Simple. Cadian. He rotates over.
Oh, the HE.
He's got a nade.
He sees him. Yeah, this is going to be the kill on Bit. Bit's going to drop here.
HE off the wall, stops the bomb plant. Simple will grab it, and he tries to get the follow-up off. Cadian diving round, but the Molotov stops him from going all in. He has to tuck off. Hold. Playing on the close corner, watching towards Garden. Simple's only got 9 HP, but he's in a headshot angle with the AK. Refresh. Comes over. All three CTs working together, trying to make this play. They need to bait out, take down Simple, and then it's just a 1v1 against Boomich at that point. But he swings into them. Cadian hits the shot. Peek on CT, and Shush will stop it. Oh, Heroic. They finally make it to match point. It's taken them so long to do it, but they grab 15.
And if Cadian doesn't land that shot, they are both dead. Refresh had just thrown his Molotov. That's what got Simple to swing. That Molly coming out, he hadn't pulled his gun back out in time, and they lined up. They were both lined up for Simple on just 5 HP. If Cadian misses, that's the double kill, and that's the round for Navi. The in-game leader from Heroic with a massive shot, the round-winning shot, the map point securing shot. As Heroic finally get up to 15, and Navi, the response, Simple gets an op of his own.
The Big Daddy bringing out the AWPer here into the 28th round. Navi have been showing that they still have so much life left in them on their T side. But now they have no room for error. Has to be 3 rounds back-to-back to force this into overtime, or it will be Heroic shutting down Navi on the map, getting a big upset win on Inferno, and taking us to Nuke.
They boost Simple up. They're really trying to boost Simple up onto the half wall. Okay. That was pretty funny.
That was pretty
They missed
good.
it about 5 times.
Yeah. Not really ideal. Ooh, Boomich as well.
Oh, nade.
Oof. Look at the utility damage alone here.
Yep.
Everyone's in such a rough spot. Oh, the nades just keep coming. Boomich, he's on 3 HP.
But how has he even survived?
I don't know.
Oh, tell me there's not another nade coming. No. I mean, Stown has one.
They flash it. They're going to be pushing up. They want to go straight into the bomb site. Cadian's got a back off. Critical kill to find for Bit, but in the back line, Shush! What? He goes down! Simple and Bit! Oh no! It's all onto the 2v3 now. 20 seconds as the bomb is planted. It's down. He comes over. He's got the HE, trying to line up an opportunity to strike with it. Dashes it off the wall. It'll land right in front of Electronic. Doesn't do any damage. Follow-up HE goes out as well.
How many HEs are they going to throw at them in one round? The 2 from Stown not finding any damage, not able to find anything. And Heroic, really, with the position their money's in, they should not be going for this. They have the 1-op, and they call it off. It's a good call. He gets away. They don't actually get the exits, which could have been significant. Navi's money's not in a good spot. And Navi needs to get out of there. I mean, Bit and Perfecto might drop here. They're both so low. Jump around the corner. That is a nice shot from Stown. Very fast, and Bit does go down. Can they recover the op? They do. Electronic should be able to get some drops out. Navi's going to be fine. 15-13, though, Jack.
A hair of difference between these two teams. It took Heroic so much to get match point on the board. And this is looking terrifying. Round 29 is live. Simple, still on the AWP as it was salvaged for him at the end of that one. The amount of utility damage done to Banana in the previous round, the fact it still went on to be a Navi victory is so ludicrous.
Absolutely ridiculous. So many HEs draw. I can't believe Boomich survived all of those grenades, honestly. Nade comes out, more HE damage onto Electronic. But Boomich is pushed up close, and the flash is there. Counter flash is going to come in from Heroic. No, they change it up to the Molotov. They isolate the player at car. Flash comes in, smoke's there. And even more HE damage onto Boomich. Heroic just dropping the nades on top of them. Pop flash is perfect. They've caught 2 in CT spawn, but they can't take advantage of it. They can't take the space. As Simple, somehow, that shot doesn't land. Simple takes some damage. None returned for Heroic. And they are running out of nades, but they've done a ton of damage with them.
They slow the round down. Send the bomb back towards brackets. They hold for the aggression towards Banana. Cadian, scoped in, playing towards Arch. Electronic, he could be walking into this. If he faces it, he's got to hit the one tap straight away. Cadian misses the shot, takes 40 damage because of it. 30 seconds on a timer, Davey. The bomb's been left at middle. They're going to be wrapping up for this and trying to make their play out onto the A site. There's a pick from Shush as well. It's Electronic. He goes down. Bit. Close here on quad. P coming round from refresh. Oh, he spams his way through two of them. Lines up the third. Simple. Finally gets that shot back. Switches to the AK and pushes up. Got to clear out Pit. Hits the headshot, but it's too little. Too late. 16-13. Heroic. Get it over the finish line. It took so much from them. But they do upset NAVI here. They get their map pick. And we are going to nuke Davey. A best of one between the both of them now to decide who goes to the major.
That's right, in that final round, Refresh with the swing out from back at default. Only 2 players inside of the site. The fake from NAVI worked to absolute perfection. They got all of the rotators. You saw
feel free, and I just wanna be me. Yeah, I just wanna go so crazy. I just wanna be a freak. Yeah, I just wanna rise to the top. Yeah, I just wanna go reach the peak. So I've been really well focused on success. Hey, yo, will see. Yeah, you'll see that I will get it. Cause I'm really focused, man. I make it with the rap and I just follow my path. I just follow my passion. To me, this is what's precious. Yeah, in my soul, man, I can feel it. So every single verse, man, I just gotta go and kill it, man. I gotta be the kid. I could be the guy taking you wild. I could be the villain. My good as a kid. Lately, I'm painting my path on my way. Yeah, I got no time that I can waste. So I've been sitting in the space. Yeah, making rest every day, man. You know that I go insane. Yeah, I hit you with a bullet to the brain. Let us stop first, cause we going and going insane. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't know what is next. And I'm loving the fact, truly it's making me blessed. Cause I work on my team, no snakes in the grass. And we have been tossed in the wind because of the work that we did in the past. Because of the work that we did in the past. When we went to hours, you barely got rest. So I get the realm and we didn't finesse. So I got the feelings that we might be next. Cause when we go in, we win in the match. When we go in, we win in the match. So that's how we do, cause we be the best. We be the best, best. Yeah, we be the best. Whoa. Yeah, we be the best, best. We be the best. Hey, yeah, we be the best, best. Hey, we be the best. Yo, you wanna come on my desk? Whoa, you want to see we the best? Hey, you don't see that we're the best here, so I suggest you never really come and test it. But otherwise, I will smack your face like Michael Jordan does with a ball in the basket. Oh damn kid, but you didn't expect it. You never really thought that this could just happen. But now really come on and we pull out with the action. Cause people defeat those they don't get it like.
Can you hear me? We could be legend. I have nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Wake up. I know what's real. Escape reality. Hardwired. We used to look up at the sky and wonder at our place in the stars. This is the world you've made yourself. Now you have to live in it. The end is in our sights. The future is already here. No matter how hard we tried, we are doomed. Say your goodbyes. Brace yourself. I can see the end inside. Three, two, one. Hardwired. Disconnect.
You got me thinking all I did was wrong. Guess you got all you wanted. Yeah, I don't know why suddenly you're gone. You'll never be forgotten. Pretending no one is to blame. Too late to reignite our flame. How did I not see you running? How did I get behind million ways that I tried to give you space and get out of your way. How did I not see this coming? You leave them one day. Pretending no one is to blame. Too late to reignite our flame. How did I not see you running? How did I get left behind? How did I not see this coming? Guess all you left me alone. Guess all you left me alone. Guess all you left me alone. How did I not see you running? How did I get left behind? How did I not see this coming? Guess all you left me blind. How did I not see you running? How did I get left behind? How did I not see this coming? Guess all you left me blind.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. I've been cold for so long. One touch and we're igniting, setting fire to it all. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think that we can stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think I wanna stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down.
Doesn't even see the fist coming.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
They sneaky fists out of nowhere. And
Still
will
have-
this be the 5-finger death punch that comes in from Heroic, man? That's the big question. I'm just excited. At the end of the day, I'm just really happy that we get this series, that everyone at home gets this series. This is just a treat.
Yeah, he pulled the chair up as well.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed, he
recoil.
He unreclined it.
The decline.
Inclined?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
I don't really know how
If it
words
was
work.
down, I think if that's an incline, because if it was down, like the more flatter it is, right? A flat has no incline. So if it's 180 degrees, there's no incline. So to put it all the way back up to 90 degrees, you would be inclining it probably.
And see, this is the job of a caster.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about absolutely nothing.
Yes. No, to break it
But
down.
make it sound really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That is the pregame job while we wait here for the teams to get into this one. Simple's going over the notes too.
And that's one of the things that we saw in that prior game as well. Whenever there was a pause for Na'Vi, Blade was really drilling in the facts because it meant so much. And we're here. We're ready for it. Third and final map. One of these two teams off the back of this game, of CS, will be going to the major. It all starts now. Na'Vi on the T side. Heroic are your CTs for this one. And we are into the action.
And Bit drops the HE on the door. Flash comes out as well. The smoke drops from Boomich. Shush, he's watching for it. They're running into each other in the vent. They don't know what's going on. Boomich, his vision is impaired. He was inside of the smoke. He doesn't find Shush. And now the bait set up towards ramp. Finds the first contact, runs down, and it's all on Cadian. He's behind the box. He needs to find his moment to peek. He is going to be spotted, lands the headshot on Bit regardless, and now the backup is here. But it doesn't matter. The kills go the way of Na'Vi. Perfecto with 2, Simple with the Glock kill onto Stown, and it's 3 versus 2 now. It was looking so good for Heroic, but Na'Vi have pulled it back.
A cacophony of errors to start the round. But problem solvers, that's what Na'Vi are. And they bring this back into a good position. Shush, he pushes out through Squeaky and tries to get the info. He does double back. Electronic's got the bomb. They're going in through Hut. 50 seconds on the clock. They're going to be diving their way out on towards the site. It's a 2 versus 3. Refresh, back down the ladder as well. Bomb being planted.
And Refresh, he just wanted to clear out ramp, make sure there was no late flank coming in. They don't have the kit, Jack. I don't know if there was even one purchased. I don't think so. So now they have to try to go for this retake. You can tell they're worried that Na'Vi split up. They're worried about anything coming forward now. Is Simple. He has to tuck away. Headshot comes in, but Shush lands one and Refresh with one of his own. The last player standing inside of the site, it's Electronic. 1 versus 1. No kit for the CT. No kit for Shush. He's pushing forward. He's not being quiet about it. And Electronic rains out with the Glock, lands the headshot, and Na'Vi on the T side of Nuke start this one off.
It looked dicey. Awkward opener. Stuck in the vent, couldn't get down. And this is it, the first play that was made. Boomich just trapped on him. They both got their legs there. He's trying to trip him over. Oh, man. Good response from Electronic, though. Holds his own on the site with the Glock. Switched to the burst fire at one point as well. I thought he was going to go full gangster. Yeah, man.
Based. Oh, the play from Top Hut. Shush, he spotted them go down. He's now blind. That Molotov going to do tons of damage to him. Down to 37 HP, but Cadian, he's rotated down. Can't land the shots with the Deagle. Bomb is going to be planted. Refresh is here as well, and that actually means they have to cancel the plant. 2 CTs down. The vent drop here as well from Tezes and Bit. They're scared. Now they just need to hold this down. They can't go for the plant. They just need to make sure they can't get flanked. They have to wait as Electronic drops. Boomich finds the trade back onto Stown. They're waiting here inside of the single door. Now they're going to make their way out, but the flanks are coming, and there's two CTs right on their heels, right on their backs. Door gets closed, but Bit's still going to be in trouble. And the second player here as well, Perfecto. He's struggling. Shush finds them both.
The MP9 has mauled its way through them. We're still into a tight 2 versus 2, though. 50 seconds on the clock. The Deagle of Stown, he misses his shots. He's giving them opportunities, but Refresh on deck. Hits one back on the Boomich. Simple, left with 11 HP. This is dangerously close. Stown still peeking. Hits the shot on the wallbang with the Deagle. And Heroic, they fight into that round. Scrappy, but it's theirs.
And everything fell apart for Navi there. Once they didn't get that bomb down, they were just holding for those flanks. They sat and they waited. They still go to plant the bomb. And in that exact moment, the double flank comes in. They made too much noise, and this is it. This is the one. Shush with the MP9 from the single door. Swings out, finds 2 kills. And then they had to rely on Simple in the 1 versus 2 to secure the frags. The spray wasn't there. It wasn't able to connect. The dink comes out right before he got that second kill. And that was enough. That was enough for Stown to play aggressive. Take the fight to him with the Deeg. Lands the shot, gets the kill, and Heroic, they answer back immediately after Navi pick up that opening pistol.
Oh, mate.
And he's fully invested into it. He's the only one. The rest of them are saving, and Simple's like, no, I'm full buying.
It goes to show why. The sheer confidence on that, man. Cadian had the pin pulled on the HE, wanted to dash it outside and deal damage. But he's blown away. Head split like a watermelon. And Perfecto might be repeating the performance as well. Pinstripe prepared for the push. And they have to back up on this. You can't play too aggro at the minute. You're in a disadvantage. Pushing into the pistols would be worst case scenario.
Smoke towards the door. There is that huge hole in it. It just comes down to where are they going to be able to find these kills. They are going to group ramp. There's 2 CTs here. Will they expect them both? That's the question. Perfecto gets the kill with the Deagle, and they run straight into Shush, but Simple with the Deagle. The swing out finds the headshot. And they are going down into B. No, they've stopped. They want to walk up to heaven. Electronics now through main. There's 1 player on the site. It's Refresh. At some point, he's going to have to worry. They need to get the trades out. They're all here. Simple runs in. The jump from Boomich is perfect. It gives them the opportunity that they need. Boomich, the in-game leader, with a massive play there, jumping out through heaven, dragging the crosshair from Refresh away, allowing his teammates to find the trades.
The second he flicks off, the rest of them can push out. So much harder for him to reset, watch back up towards Nest. And the Deagle kills, man. So disgusting. The way Simple opened up the round, the fact that he goes on for a second back at ramp as well. Huge plays.
3 kills for him on the round, just absolutely massive. The investment from him, totally worth it in the end. And now Navi answers back again. Back and forth CS. Stown wants to go through this smoke, doesn't have a flash, rings out some shots, doesn't find any damage. And they've already rotated down to B. You see there's 2 of them here. Electronics going to be the first point of contact, and it's happening again, Jack. Tezes opens it up with the Deeg.
Oh, they're rolling back the years to Counter-Strike Source. It's all about the Deagle, apparently, but Simple's here. He's living in the moment with the AK, but he's not going to be alive for long. The pistol prowess doing so much for Heroic. Perfecto's on 4 HP. He's going to be stuck here. And look, his teammate in Bit, miles away towards outside, peering out. He's got the range advantage. We'll find one. But they've got into secret, and that's down with a follow-up frag onto the low HP of Perfecto. Just on Bit now. Never a good position to be stuck in.
You can see he's worried about this flank and T-spawn, and he's right to be so. 47 seconds left. He is burning in the molly, down to 38 HP. He's tucked away in the corner, but the flank is on the way. There's 2 players down below him, and he's going to run into a world of hurt here. He's spinning, he's looking, catches the timing down the stairs. They're both here, they're both waiting for him. There's no way for him to frag them out. And Heroic answer back to Navi, and this is going to continue. Take a look at the money. Electronic and Simple are going to be able to buy the AKs. At some point, this has to stop. We can't be going back and forth the whole half.
The Eco Wars, the Deagles of death, firing out. And instantly, Na'Vi, they do the smart thing. Take a pause, stop it there, ice them out, and just reset a little bit. Because this is not a normal game of CS. This isn't the way Nuke should be going.
Absolutely not.
And like one of these two teams, if you want to go to the major, scan that QR code, grab yourself tickets whilst you still can. Because this map decides if Heroic or Na'Vi are going to get their spot in the second day of the EU RMR.
And you will see one of these two teams at the major in Antwerp. Whoever wins this one goes up 3-0, and they do secure themselves that spot, that legend status. Simple goes for the hero AK. Everybody else on the save. So they're playing for the next round. And Ken Simple repeat his heroics from the previous rounds. Of course, that Deagle investment in round 3 made all the difference. Now this time, can the AK do the same? They're walking up. They're just trying to find contact. There's a player down in secret. That is Cadian. And they're stacked heavy towards outside. One player towards CT. He's going to be found from Simple. Can he land the shot? The spray doesn't connect. He's not able to find it. The trades come in, but that's all they're going to be as Refresh, Cadian find kills of their own, and it is just Bit. He has the P250, but he's been spotted, and he is going to drop. Simple couldn't connect the shot. The hero AK not paying off on this occasion. And Navi's money still not great. Most of them can buy. The question is pretty much, okay, who's going to give Simple the AK? Because somebody's giving Simple an AK. It's just a matter of who.
You need to feed the hot hand, get the weapon in the big baller of Na'Vi's palm straight away.
He's gone for the Mac 10, actually.
Ooh.
Did he have a... Maybe he had the really good spawn to try to go down vent? He has the bomb. No, he's going up top. This is strange.
He's going to blow the door off of Hut early on. Perfecto. He'll post up with a backup of Boomich. There's the flash out, so you can try and get out through Hut. Turn on the flash, but Shush, fully blind on the elevated angle. Not going to work too well for him. He's the first to fall. And the T's have taken control of the A site. Bomb being planted instantly into the round.
And great call here from Navi. They recognized Heroic was playing very heavy towards outside, trying to counter those nades, counter them, going down into secret. The response from Navi is the fast A-pop. Electronic now is going to spot out Katie and lands the shot down to 28 HP, but the kill is what he was looking for. It's what he found. Stown stuck here in the corner. He drops the smoke to try to get himself out, but he's still in trouble. Look at him. He's hopping up and down. He's dancing, dodging the bullets. Boomich lands a couple more, and if Stown gets away with this, he'll be a very happy man.
That's all it comes down to, really, if they can just save the weapons that they have in their hands, because the round is dead and gone. So the consistent back and forth is still occurring. We do go 3-3.
And one drop can come in, so we should see the full buy. Cadian actually goes for the glass cannon as well. Can't afford the armor, but buys the op anyways. So where are they going to play with that? Where are they going to put him? Is it going to be the outside play we saw earlier? Maybe straight down into secret, expecting Navi to go back to their sort of defaults? That's the question that Heroic needs to answer. They put him in ramp. So he has the op. He's actually gone straight down into B. So yeah, he is going into secret to start off this round. Electronic's gotten down as well. Hasn't been quiet about it. They know he's here. And Cadian's here and waiting.
Electronic. Scared to overcommit to this because we've seen just how aggressive Heroic have been. Cadian posted up like a gangster. Ready for the face to come towards him. Wants to smite him with a bolt action and then quickly get out of there.
And he is playing the off angle, but he doesn't have armor. So if he misses the shot, he's just dead, right? Even if he lands the shot, if the spacing from Navi is really tight, it's going to be hard for him to get away. Jiggles are going to come in, and that's the shot he was looking for, but he misses it. Somehow threads the needle between the two players. Doesn't land it. Now they've seen the bomb in secret, and that's going to create space for the lurks.
Tassus wins out on the first peak. Stown will help him out a little bit as well. He does commit for the frag against Simple, but doesn't quite get it over the finish line. So we're down into the 2 versus 2. Both of the CTs running over towards the ramp. Navi is set up for the post plants. And this is looking really rough. You do have the one kit to work with. Double flash and a HE. They're going to flash out through the window as well. Perfecto covering for the support is Simple. He's going to be blinded. They're starting to weave their way in. They're coming down on the right side of ramp. Window needs to be covered. Simple should get contact soon. There's the hard commit onto the first. Back up from Perfecto, but Simple takes both.
He saw both of them when he peeked out on the right side, manages to find both kills. And again, the off angle from Cadian, it's so unlucky that op shot didn't hit. It somehow managed to miss both players peeking in front of him. But you can see Navi, even if he did land the shot on one of them, he would have got traded immediately. They recognize that Heroic like to put that op down in secret. They like to start that player in secret, and their spacing was so tight on that peak that if Cadian, even if he did get that first kill, would have immediately been traded. And that's the small things that matter so much. As Cadian and Shush, it's not that they don't have any weapon, it's that they actually have tasers. They have the Zeus. It doesn't pop up on the overlay, but they do have two players here on the CT side with the tasers. Looking for some form of cheeky kill.
Can they make this round an electric affair? Doesn't seem likely so far, as all the kills are being cleaned up towards outside. Navi with the first 2 picks, going exactly how they would want it to. So Shush has got one towards secret, and Cadian's got the other behind the box on ramp. Ooh. Simple. Outside with the AWP. It's up against just the USP of Tessus. Shouldn't really be much for him. And the cleaner Navi can take this round, the happier they'll be with it.
This is just so annoying. He's like, man, stop. Does land the tag on him. Puts him down to 38 HP. But the bomb, it's over towards A. They're just walking all the way out. They're not going to find any contest either. It's just going to be the A bomb site. Going for Navi. Going to be able to walk in, get that bomb planted. Boomich clears everything out. Molotov towards heaven for good measure. Oh, Electronic finds Tezes hopping away. And now it is Shush moving forward with the USP. Electronic's posted on it. Looks away at the worst possible time. Does land the gush on him through the floor. And these fights are so awkward.
The cheeky little headshot peek won't matter as the nade comes in. So Perfecto finds 2 frags in a rapid response, all on Cadian. Now, round's not going to be going his way. It doesn't really seem like he's set up to find a frag at the end of this either. Does still have the taser in the back pocket, and he will play for the exit.
I just don't think there's any way anyone comes into lobby right now. It would just not be worth it. It wouldn't make any sense. And Boomich swings around and puts it down. Stown has the extra money for the op as well. Can drop that over to Cadian. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to trade it up. And Shush, he's invested in the FAMAS to make sure he has that extra utility. The buy wasn't great for the CTs. No kits for the CT side again. Important to point that out for the late rounds. Because if it does get into those retake situations, your 2v2s, your 3v3s, just puts that added pressure onto them. They have to do everything quickly. They don't have as much time to play with.
Spam as well towards Squeaky early. Refresh going to take a tag of damage. Licks him down to 75 HP. Simple. Poised towards Hut. If there was a push from the CTs, he'd be prepared for that.
Oh, just shoot, forehead.
Cadian, in the battle of the AWPers, will he be ready for this one? Simple, watching on the close angle, going to be peering into ramp now. He finds the first frag, Cadian. Dips out of there. No room for a response.
No, Perfecto goes down, trying to bait the shot for Simple, but Cadian running away so quickly, there's no chance for Simple to react in time as Bit's gotten out towards the vent. He spots the player towards heaven, would have just seen him drop, so there is 3 players here on the CT side towards A. Make that 4 as the player rotates into heaven, refreshes there in main. And Bit tried to make something happen, tried to respond to the death of Perfecto, but he wasn't able to find anything. And now, in the 3 versus 5, Electronic has outside control. If he can get down into secret, open up the door, make some presence, force some rotations here from the CTs, then maybe they have a chance.
Flash out.
Dive.
They go straight down the vent.
Nice.
Simple, ready for the reface as well. We'll hit that one. He's now seen the side of Tessus as he dives up on top of the Hut. 20 seconds on the timer, shoots into the head. And Simple's left dead, but the bomb has been planted. And Navi, they're still back for blood in a round like this. You might be outnumbered, but it's all down to the positioning. Electronic, ready for the face on ramp. That's the peek out. It's down, will hit one. Boomich Can't quite hold on to it as Cadian trades it back with the AWP. The defuse will come out, and we will go 5-4.
It was a good plan there from Navi. Throw the flashes out into A, get that bomb down into the B site. They knew they had Electronic down. I thought maybe they might try to use Electronic as bait for the rotations, but the drop down the vent was the right play. See here, this was the opening. Perfecto just walking straight into Cadian's crosshair. And there again, Simple. He found the pick on the one player rotating, but still down numbers and kind of out of position. He tried to make a hero play by walking out of the door. Instead, Tezes with the reposition. Simple again, didn't hear the jump ups onto Tetris, didn't hear him jumping onto Hut. That is the difference between LAN and online CS. Those little things, sometimes you just don't hear them.
Cadian, straight outside, aggressive towards T-Red early.
Electronic hears the scope though.
The audio cue giving him away. It just depends if they can actually find the early trade. Instead, it's Refresh towards the vent that comes away with a squeaky clean kill. There's Cadian getting the best of Perfecto as well, but Boomich and Electronic, they get a frag apiece. So we're into the type 3-on-3. Boomich towards CT vent. Tags just down to just 19. Drops the molly, but it's not going to work well. Refresh is allowed to peek and hold the angle onto Boomich, so it's just Simple. Down on the B site with a bomb.
And two players very low. Shush and Refresh down to just red HP on both. Simple, he's going to go for the bomb plant. Refresh hears it. Door is going to be opened. He's so lit though, and he goes aggressive. That's a mistake from Refresh. Gives the kill over to Simple, and now, he smokes off the door, but he runs right through it.
Simple is 12-5 in the matchup already. Up towards window, breaks the glass, but it won't work well. Tessus, he gets the response off, stops a clutch from developing for Na'Vi, and they do tie up the game 5-5.
And they're going to go grab the op as well. So close there from Simple. Almost clutches that one out, but it was Tezes to shut him down. The headshot with the A1S. And Refresh got a little bit over antsy with that one as well. He went a little too aggro off the plant from Simple. Maybe if he went the exact second that Simple tapped the bomb, then maybe you have a chance to kill him planting, but he still would have heard you in that situation. Either way, doesn't really matter. They win it in the end. It was a nice try from Simple. It was a good play also from Navi. The reaction out Hut was good. Boomish just wasn't able to find the shots. In the end, that cost them. This Molotov didn't help either, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Did sort of
not quite.
bounce straight back at him. Not ideal.
Nah, not what you want. Not really going to help him. And this has already been such a close game. Refresh has been getting away with murder towards Squeaky as well. The frags he found into this round make all the difference. And he's happy with himself.
Yeah, did still pick up the 3K on the round. This down drops trying to cross the secret. Electronic finds him. Opening pick for Na'Vi. Remember, score 5-5 right now on the T side of Nuke, and these rounds are so close that Heroic's money is in a really tough spot. Boomich and Electronic, they're going to swing on the main player. That's Cadian dropping. They knew where he was. They swing out. They find it. The A-split is on. Perfecto with the headshot, and that's A-site gone.
Nothing you can do. Tessus and Refresh completely isolated. The sheer pace from Na'Vi into round 11 will be the difference maker. Cadian was complete off guard. There was nothing that he could really adjust for. You're just stuck there isolated with the AWP. As soon as he falls, that's A site taken, and you've just got to save this.
And this is a desperation save too. Na'Vi, they have a little bit of extra money to send one or two players looking, but these positions in Secret are just so strong that without the overwhelming numbers that Na'Vi just isn't going to have on the hunt, Heroic should be able to get away with these guns. There is two Ts going over towards them, though. Boomich is here. Molotov, that could be annoying.
Oh, he dives around the corner, hits one, actually forces the response from Refresh as well, and takes down both of them. That's huge. That's both guns gone. Boomich knows how important this is.
Yeah, I'd be absolutely hyped if I was him, too. That's a full reset there onto Heroic. Remember, they had won a couple rounds in a row, so their loss bonus was gone. Taking those guns out of their hands means that they're on double eco territory. And Heroic's in a really rough spot financially. They have to make big decisions here with the economy. The same big decisions that they made on Inferno that are now in the exact same situation here on Nuke.
Outside has been such a fickle mistress time and time again as well. Na'Vi have had Heroic's number in a fair few of these rounds.
And what's the change-up going to be? Both of these teams now, there's going to be the mind games, right? Because it started off the game with Na'Vi trying to go outside, get down secret, do all those things, and Heroic was countering it, right? So then Na'Vi counters that with the fast A-pops, right? Then Bit starts getting taken down trying to get outdoor, so that's not working anymore. When they tried to send people to ramp, Cadian was there, and the mind games are really at play now. We see the full force coming out from Heroic. 2 MP9s, a Deagle on Tezes, the Sad Famas on Shush, and Refresh with the 5-7. No kits, full force. And Na'Vi, where are they going to go with this? Remember, they lost rounds like this earlier in the half. Definitely don't want to repeat that. As the smokes drop for Perfecto, means he gets to throw all of them, so the whole team gets to be pushed further forward. As the wall of smokes is there. Now, are they going to commit to secret again?
Cadian, this time on the response, only has the MP9 to hold back the line. He's tucked in.
Ooh. And he might not know this, but Electronic died from this exact spot earlier in the game, so wouldn't be surprised to see him clear it this time as he swings out. It was actually his teammate who took the face first, but Electronic was the one to get the kill. And now, are we going to see the response from Heroic? Are they going to push into lobby, knowing that there was at least 2 players down secret?
If they do push out through Heart, Bit has got it covered. Tucked in towards the back of Squeaky. 45 seconds on the round. And the CT still just holding for this one. Bit of a peek out. Suspicion from Shush.
Yeah, ooh, I think he might have seen the gun barrel. He pushes forward, and that is going to be the kill onto Bit. The lobby lurker down. Perfecto has the bomb outside of lobby, but Refresh finds Simple as well, trying to walk into main. And Na'Vi, they lose 2 players. There's 20 seconds left, Jack. This is a serious problem.
This has gone from a round that was in the palm of their hands.
Are they saving?
To everything going wrong. And yeah, this looks really risky. I mean, at this point, what do you even do? They're going to be converging out through the Heart and trying to make the execute out onto the A side.
No
Big
way.
frag. Both kills going their way. Stown, though, if he can deny the bomb, that could be the difference maker. But the problem is he can't actually peek into the site. His teammate comes sprinting up through the vent. That's Tessus with a Deagle. They drop down onto the bomb site. Electronic has 2 HP, and it's all on him. Hits the shot into the 1v1. Oh, he's got the flash as well, Davey.
Smoke for the bomb. Now that does change the entire dynamic here. He hasn't tapped it yet. He's going to expect that he doesn't have a kit. Electronic, if he commits too early, he does. Now, does he have the time? Absolutely.
Oh, man. These rounds are pulling at the heartstrings, and it's still such a back and forth game. 6-6. Heroic. The desperation plays. Na'Vi. They look terrified at a point like that. They push out through Heart. They had to get the kills. Boomich was a bit of a difference maker. And in the end, the 1v1, 1 out. Electronic frustrated.
Yeah, it's just such a tough situation for him because also, if they don't have a kit, there is a significant chance that he just sticks it out. Goes for the 10-second stick inside of the smoke, right? It's always a possibility. Where that bomb is planted makes it so hard to spam from main. With just 2 HP, he really didn't have a whole lot he could do. Still, though, the money is bad, and they go for the aggressive lobby crunch. Bit answers one back, but Refresh finds him. Simple's here. He's outside. As Boomich looks for the play towards heaven. Now, is he going to walk through this? If Stown walks through this, Simple is waiting, and he finds it. Headshot immediately onto Stown. 1 hit onto Simple. But that's not enough.
Tessus.
Oh, timing.
Oh, he's seen the shadow. He knows exactly where he is, and he'll swing onto him. But the problem is that Electronic saves his mate. Was in a great position to bail out Boomich. And now we're down to a very tight 2 versus 3. HP is in a bad spot for Refresh. He's only got 19 health to work with. Cadian towards Secret with the MP9 creeping into the back line, but the angle's being watched. Simple's there, taps out a few shots, but he's been dinked down to 11. Electronic takes him out.
Again, Electronic is the savior of the round. Twice now he's bailed out his teammates from rough spots. The Molotov into the vent is going to cut the rotations, but Refresh, he's gambling. He's not going to go down. He's going to stay towards lobby now. The kit is in front of him. He hasn't actually grabbed it, and he's walking towards ramp. If they decide to come up the vent now, oh, the door is open. I mean, Refresh, all the timings on this round are absolutely ridiculous. Smoke towards the door. That's going to be important. 2 players inside of the site very low. I mean, Refresh, if he finds Boomich here, spam onto Simple could be the play. And that's it! There it is! He gets the spam! 1 versus 1. He's 19 HP. Electronic recovers the bomb. And where does Refresh go? He's going forward. He wants to peek out of hut, but he also needs to make sure that Electronic is worried about the reposition to door. And at this point, Refresh could have even walked towards heaven. So Electronic tucks himself away in the corner.
The mind games at play. Refresh, he has been huge for Heroic so far into this matchup. Still into a tight 1v1. He's going to reposition once again. He's got the kit. He has a smoke and a flash, but he sticks to his guns, walks his way out. Does he clear towards main? That's the big question. The problem is that he's going to be spotted first. Headshot from Electronic, and NAVI do win out that time.
Refresh made that just about as interesting as he could have. From inside of the hut, I was saying, if he kills Boomich, there's no reason to not to go try to spam the bomb. You don't know Simple's HP. You know that one player is dinked, right? You know Boomich is low. You know Simple's low. You might as well take the risk at that point. With 19 HP, lands the spam, but Electronic in the end. The reposition was perfect. He plants the bomb, and there's too many things for Refresh to look at. There's no way he's clearing that corner in that situation. Oh my God. What a game of CS, man. What a game of CS.
This has been a 6 series, and even this alone has been an incredible matchup just on Nuke. And this is still the first half, Davey. It's down, outside. He's got himself into a magnitude of different fights. Shoots up towards Silo, gets a couple of tags out. Boomich and Electronic both down to sub 50 HP.
They have got the player across. It is always Electronic getting into those positions. It's been the case for a while, and you can see Heroic. They want to collapse on outside. 4 players now, all collapsing from different angles. One inside of the back of Big Garage, one towards main, one CT. Electronic finds the pick onto Shush, and Simple reacts with the kill onto Stown. He's looking for more. Tezes from CT spawn with the 5-7 actually gets the kill onto Simple. They've worked into main, they've lurked in, and where are the CTs? That's the question. There's 2 towards ramp, 1 in secret. The A bomb site is Navi's.
And they're pushing up through trophy room as well. Bit.
Oh, look where the bomb is.
He's defending. He has to get this kill. Like you said, the bomb's in a bit of a risky position. Oh, he gets out of there. And he can now wrap around and grab the bomb, but time is going to be dangerously tight. Cadian with a 5-7. He's in for Delight in the background, as he will hit 1. Switches out to the AK as well. Electronic hard commits to the spam and stops him there. But again, it's Refresh on the A site in the 1v2. They're running at him, and he's tucked into the vent, gets both of them, as Refresh will stop it. And they go 7-7.
This is one of the most back and forth games of Nuke I have seen in so long. This is such exciting Counter-Strike. Refresh with the constant repositions. First he's outside, then he's in ramp. He fights Bit in lobby, and by the time they're going through main, he's tucked away at the CT vent.
Refresh is just having such a game for Heroic. The frags, the magnitude of plays that he's been making. He's 16 for 12 at the minute, top fragging on the server. And the clutch potential on him is out of this world. Na'Vi changing pace into the last round, though. They want to go fast down ramp, and Tess says he's here, putting up a blockade, denying the entry.
And their own flash is full, blinding them on as they move forward. So lots of damage being taken. Perfecto loses his life. Electronics down to just 21. Simple again has the hero AK. Bit also gets tossed to Galil. That was in Electronics' hands, but with just 20 HP. They don't want him to have that one. Heroic has responded by taking lobby control. So at this point, they only need to watch a couple things, right? They need to watch Hell. They need to make sure they can't fall back to lobby, and they don't want to let them just walk into the B site. But Cadian, tucked away deep CT here, he's gambling that Na'Vi isn't just going to go up the ladder because there could be anybody up there watching it. So he's going to play towards CT spawn and gamble that they're going to clear him out first before they go up the ladder. That's exactly what's going to happen. Bit does land the kill, but he gets headshotted for his troubles.
The wrap back around from Shush. He's coming up towards ramp. And Boomich.
Oh, he didn't spot him, though. He didn't spot him, and Simple drops because of it. The AK of Simple goes down. Tons of damage done, but Boomich got timinged. Couldn't spot the player, and there's one man in the back of the site. That is TeZez. Player in the window. Crossfire's in. Can Bit land these headshots? It would have to be insane. And no, Heroic, by the skin of their teeth, win the CT half 8-7 after one of the most back and forth games of Nuke I have seen in a long time.
No, absolute shenanigans time and time again. Refresh towards the A site was the difference maker for them. But the amount of fights we saw that would just flip-flop constantly, it's crazy. It's not standard CS. It's not anything that we can expect out of this series. We've gone the distance. We're in the third and final map. One of these two teams is going to the major from this, and you can see the amount of pressure affecting everyone differently.
But now, Navi go over onto their CT side. And this is where Simple comes alive with the op. Time and time again, you see him, and his style of opping on this map is very different to the way most oppers play. You saw Cadian, he was towards ramp, he was inside of secret, whatever. Simple likes to play heavy towards that heaven and hell area and constantly be moving back and forth between ramp and A. That's where he has his most presence. As this time, Stown spotted Simple go down the ladder, and he's holding for this drop. He has the knife out, wants to go for it, but Stown spotted him. So he's just holding for Simple to come back up as Cadian runs into ramp. Bit's been gushed. He's going to try to escape. And Stown should just hard clear Simple, but Bit's answering back. He gets the headshot onto Shush. TeZez finds Boomich in hell, and that's likely going to mean that they're going to reposition up to the A site as Stown does eventually get the kill onto Simple with the headshot from the Glock.
Perfecto completely isolated with just the dualies. Heroic, they're going to be so happy with how this opening pistol has gone from on their T half. You get the bomb down, you got the round. And for Navi, is there really anything that can be found? The dualies are out, he's taking them to ramp. And TeZez, he's waiting for this one. He wraps off back towards the ladder though. There is a player close on the left. That'll be Cadian with the Glock out. He sprints back down the ramp. Opportunity to strike on the refresh. Does get one kill. Hard commits on a peak as well. That's 2 frags. And he's making it costly, but it still can't be the round for him. Hungry for the third, as he will see him. Surely it's not going to be anything more than this. TeZez just holds, waits for the time to tick over. Spams on the close corner. Oh, he gets up in his face, but it won't matter. He'll steal away the dualies, and Heroic has 9 in the bank.
Yeah, Perfecto puts just a little bit of extra money into his pocket, but that's really all it is. Heroic pick up the second half pistol. And what's Navi's response going to be? Are they going to buy into this one? You see Perfecto's dropped the scout over to Simple. Should see, an MP9 going the other way. Interesting. Usually you do that so that the opper can keep some extra money to make sure he can buy that op into the first gun round. Instead, this time, Simple drops the MP9, so they're committing to this. Electronic creeps down the vent, so now he knows there was no play from Heroic down vent. They don't have anybody down. Important information for the CTs as the tag from Simple comes out on TeZez jumping across.
Spamming into the smoke if there's anyone there. Simple wants to rip his way through them. Instead, Heroic, off the back of the early contact, do start to deviate from their outside plan. Group up and head together.
And the question is this going to be the play towards ramp, or are they just going to go out A? Simple, with a ton of information here, and Electronic, he doesn't want to go up the stairs. He doesn't want to fully commit to clearing out secret, but he knows that there hasn't been any presence shown down in towards B yet, and that's going to allow the CTs to play heavy towards A if they want to. There is 3 players here now as Simple rotates up to heaven. Perfecto's close with the MP9. And this is going to be the A play from Heroic out the door.
It's got to be clean. Any mistakes could be grave for them. And Perfecto, he goes swinging out. Shush will be able to cleave his way through him. Lots of damage done on the close range angle with a pistol though, so it does soften up all the T's. They don't have much health to play with, and they don't have a lot of time either. 30 seconds, TeZez coming up the back line. Gets the headshot off on the Simple. Oh, you'd be fuming.
The flank from TeZez working perfectly. Electronic now trying to catch a timing up the vent, but sadly for him, he runs into the one player that has HP from the side of Heroic. That is Refresh. Bit taking a ton of damage from heaven, but both players inside of the site. Just one bullet will be enough as TeZez does eventually get him with the MAC-10. Electronic rotating around outside. Gonna try to recover anything he can get, any kills, any guns. And he's going over towards T-spawn, and this is where they're exiting. The last they saw him was inside of the vent. They may not expect him to be out here so quickly. They do, and Stown Swings out, finds the headshot. Heroic survive the force buy from Navi.
10-7. Very close game. The entire first half was just swinging. There was no clear-cut winner. And now here, anything that Heroic can get, any momentum they can build up, they're going to be so happy with. And winning a round like that will work wonders for them. Navi don't really have the funds to support themselves with a healthy buy, so Heroic could take the game 11-7. And that'd be a big stature for them on their T side. Cadian, straight away into the round. He posts up, ready for the fight towards Hut. The Molotov to force them off, but it hasn't spread far enough. Here's the aggression towards ramp as well. Bit going on an absolute tirade with the Doolies. And Cadian's hand might be forced as well. He's pushed close up towards Hut. It's an awkward angle. Flick down with a 5-7. Perfecto gets one. Spams out. And now the T's looking a little bit confused off the back of this. Wide swing in with a deagle, but it won't work as Tessus causes turmoil.
You could see Navi was worried that the T's were going to run away, worried they were going to get away, so they tried to go aggressive. They tried to answer back. Instead, it's both of them losing their lives. The setup on top Hut almost working. As Stown now pushes forward, he is going to find Boomich. That's the kill, that's the round. And the investment from Navi was heavy into that last one. If they want to get an op here, someone's going to have to drop it to Simple and B Glass Cannon. They don't have the money for armor. No one can afford to buy the op and the armor. Are they going to do it? No, they are just going to go for the 5 rifles. Huge, huge thing for Navi because Simple, like I was saying in the pregame, it's just unbelievable what he can do on the CT side of Nuke with the op.
It's such a big set piece for this team that if they don't have it, it could be a massive detriment. And you need something to change the pace against Heroic here. If Navi don't get this round, things could get really risky. Simple, outside, on the elevated angle, looking for the firefight. Refresh, crouching in, walking up, but Electronic will win out on that one. Bit here, he's going to be pushed, spams between the both of them and doesn't actually get the frag because of it. So Shush, he gets the trade back, and they are barreling down into B.
And because they were heavy outside, Heroic thinks that they're not down in the B site, but Boomich runs up, peeks the window, lines them both up, and puts them both down, looking for a third.
Boomich ready for response. All the frags going his way. Perfecto with a final kill onto Cadian and Navi. They stop it then and there. The full stop put down on the B-bomb site. Great response. A much needed round. They had to get one. And that's the way it goes. The spray from Boomich. And if we're looking at things in terms of kills, right, Heroic right now, Tessus, he had a shaky start to this series. Hours ago, back on Mirage, he was struggling to get into the game. At one point, he was like 5 for 15 or something. Here, Davey, 19 for 10. He's been a difference maker in some of these rounds.
Oh, yeah, absolutely he has. Absolutely massive so far. It's Navi still not able to bring the op out. Did survive with quite a few players alive. Does make a big difference. But still no op. As the score is now 11-8, Navi pick up the first gun round on the CT side. Off the back of Heroic's 3, following the pistol. Smoke's going to come out towards main, and Simple sees it, so he's going to back up into CT. From CT spawn now, he can watch the heaven flank for his team, and that's exactly where Heroic is going.
Simple. Sitting pretty, biding his time to strike. He's going to see them boosting up. He's going to have the clear line of sight onto him. He's just got to hit his shots and at least commit across. We'll be waiting to see that one pixel, the little glimpse that he wants to hard commit. There's the first headshot. There's the follow-up. Beautiful play from Simple.
And bomb drops under heaven as well, down into those hell stairs. And Simple with such a good read. As soon as he sees that smoke come out towards main, he just falls immediately back into deep CT. And now he just tucks. Right, he just doesn't want to give up his life. Knowing that Heroic can't go up into heaven because they have to worry about him fighting them, so they can't go up through heaven unless they go up the ladder. And Stown, he has the bomb. And look at, he's terrified. He's terrified to go up. They're all frozen. The T's are frozen. This might just be the save.
With no time, no opportunity to get a round out of this, like you said, best case scenario, if all 3 of them can clutch onto their guns and not die after time, that's all you can really do. That's the only hopeful play that Heroic can make. And Simple, the difference that one position makes. Ooh.
Risky.
Yeah, that is rough. If he dies after time there, Stown would not be a happy boy.
No. And off of the 3 saved guns, the 2 T's that did die should be forcing into this one. So we will see the force buy. We will see pretty much a gun round. The one thing, though, that is important is all 3 of the Ts that saved their guns don't have money to buy smokes. So that means max we're going to get 2 smokes on the server from the T side. And on Nuke, that means a couple things. You're either going ramp or you're going out A.
Blade hammering home the points as well. The experience from the coach coming in there. Boomich coming it across as well. Everyone being so vocal because of how much importance this game has, with how tight it's been. Any small difference can be the game changer. The AWP is again in the hands of Cadian. We head into the action here. Round 21, 11-9, third and final map in the series. One of these teams is going to the major, and it all comes down to this. Some huge plays have to happen. Outside control being fought for. Refresh brought down to 27 HP.
Okay, they actually did get that 3rd smoke out, so somebody must have had more money than I realized. Because they did have 3. They used all 3 of them. The reaction from Boomich, he tries to go aggressive up the stairs, and he's just found by Refresh. The headshot with the MAC-10. Electronic drops the counter utility, and that freezes them. They're stopped. They have to fall back. They don't want to commit through it. But all 5 of them got down into the secret stairs.
Quick change on the weapons as well. Back up the vent.
Ooh, and they're both going back up. So they've given up secret completely. They're gambling A. And right now, all of Heroic is down inside of secret. So NAVI, this gamble stack towards the A site doesn't look like it's going to pay off for them.
They'll take their time on this one. Clear the angles bit by bit, but look who's starting to arrive on the scene. Simple. He can be hugely impactful in a round like this. Wants to decommission the round if they come sprinting out through decom. They're all grouped up. Stown will drop the bomb back. He's got 10 HP. He'll run out on the mat 10, and the rest of them will follow. Door open. Simple. Here's the audio cue. He tries to post up, but Cadian hits the shot on the AWP, and now the CTs are in a really risky spot. With just 3 of them left alive, there's no opportunity to get the round. You've got to give it up, and Heroic will take 12.
And off the back of those saved guns as well, Cadian with the AWP lands the shot onto Simple. He was the one who could have potentially brought this round back for NAVI. But Cadian was posted up. He knew where the danger was. He finds the kill. And Heroic are going to get their 12th. NAVI have to hold on to these guns. They will be able to buy into the next, and crucially as well, should be the first time we see the AWP come out on Simple here on the CT side.
And that's where things will get even harder for Heroic. Suddenly, Navi's CT half will become a lot more dynamic. All 5 alive. But no room to breathe, no pressure relieved for Heroic. Each and every one of these rounds has so much weight to it. Navi looking frustrated as well with how the course of the game's been going. Blade, again, vocalizing. And this has just been a ridiculous game of CS, Davey. This map alone has had so many plays that have been just earth-shattering. Specifically from the man on your screens right there, Refresh, he had a hell of a game on CT.
He did. Yeah, he was one of the main reasons why Heroic won many rounds on their CT side. Remember, that first half was the 8-7 scoreline. If you are just joining us for some reason, map 1, Navi's map pick, went the way of Navi, 16-11 on Mirage. Heroic answered back with the 16-13 on Inferno. And here we are on Nuke. Heroic took the first half 8-7. They won the second half pistol. They built up their lead because of it. 12-9 for Heroic. Navi do have the full buy-in. Simple has the AWP in his pocket as well. When he pulls that out, when he gets that into his hands, it is going to be becoming a very big problem potentially for the side of Heroic.
But he's been trying to switch it up with the way he's been playing towards ramp. This time with a silent M4, close towards the smoke. He does back up.
This is the second time they've done this to him as well.
Oh, shush. Wow. That is a big frag. Opening onto ramp. You can now hard commit off the back of it. And Navi They're going to be torn between two different positions, trying to decide how they want to play this one. Boomich suspicious about a player towards Secret. Perfecto will hit the shot onto Stown, so he can't lock it down on the flank. Electronic now advancing out as well, but Refresh hits the adjustment shot on the AK.
Absolutely massive for Refresh to win out on that one against Electronic. The nades are coming in towards the doors. They land right on top of Boomich. They blow the door open for Tezes to find the kill. Simple knows he's planning, misses the second shot. Cadian with the swing, trades it back. Simple had a moment where he could have got both frags. He could have got the kill onto Cadian, put them into a 2 versus 2. Instead, he misses the shot. A crucial miss as Heroic are going to go to 13.
Nothing that can be done for Perfecto, and as you said, that'll be the 13th round chiseled in. Heroic 3 away from the series point, from the major point, knowing that they are going to the major. Perfecto does cut his way through Cadian and Shush on the save, but it really won't matter in the grand scheme of things, even if he's fragging out. It's about the bigger picture, Davey. It's about the hot commodity, and that's the rounds. 13 built up. Heroic dangerously close to match point here.
They are. Then they've been building it now on the T side as well. The pistols playing such an important role. Such an important factor. And what has that man got in his locker? What is he going to say to his team right now? They're down 13-9. They are on the CT side of Nuke. And that right there, that was the moment in the round. If Simple finds that one onto Cadian, it's a 2 versus 2. Simple's down in B. He's causing problems. But he wasn't able to land it. Refresh goes out. Ooh, okay, he does get down. Makes noise, so they know he's down there. They know he's in B. And you can see the reaction from Bit. He's rotated down into the B site. Perfecto's taking a ton of tags over on the A site.
He's in a terrific position. Oh, Simple!
Bye-bye.
What? All right. That AWP save from the previous round with Perfecto. Already finding opportunities for success. So Navi, you get the first pick. And this bails them out as well because so much damage was done onto Perfecto. The A site hole was a little bit iffy. But with him hitting that shot, you're going to be thinking, all right, let's just bail out of A. I don't want to go anywhere near that.
And this is a good response from Heroic as well. They go and they take ramp. They know that the op of Simple was over towards Big Garage. So he isn't going to be able to, hold ramp. He hasn't rotated over. But now he's over in hell, and Electronic's gone aggressive outside. He's going for the flank into lobby. Refresh is still down Secret. So the play for Heroic here is to go down into B. Bit is the only one there and waiting. Electronics on the flank, but it is just a little too late. He's not going to find anything until later in the round. As Heroic are going to make their way down. They have the 1 smoke. 2 smokes, actually. No Molotovs for control, as now Refresh has spotted Boomich. He gets away. Damage has been done, though.
He's been lurking in the vents this entire time. Finally reveals himself a bit in the back line. Able to hit 1 shot onto Teslas. Cadian with a fast flick. Shuts down Simple. 9 seconds. Bomb needs to be planted. And there is an aggression from Electronic close towards the ramp. He's going to peek out. Cadian! Oh, he's just flicking into him. He doesn't give a damn, Davey. He's lining them up. He's chopping them up. He's a human hatchet, and it's all on Perfecto to just let this round tick on by. Heroic with 14.
And yet again, a similar situation to last round. This time, Navi with the man advantage. Bit inside of the B site, only able to find the one. The trades go the way of Heroic, and Cadian on ramp with the op, coming up massive for his team. 2 kills, taking down the flankers, who came in quickly on ramp as well. If he misses that shot onto Simple, again, the double flank would come in. It would have been a problem, but Cadian not only hits the first, but ends up getting the second as well. And 14-9, they've broken Navi's economy. This should be and could be map and match point for Heroic at the end of this round.
The shot is even more disgusting from Simple's POV. Through the vent, through the smoke. Huge frag, but the impact isn't going to be there because this is the knock-on effect now. Navi using their final pause of the game. The last one they had in the coffers to slow down this Heroic roster that has been going huge time and time again. The heroism on display from Heroic is through the roof.
What a performance they've put in so far. This whole series, the last 2 maps, Heroic have been battling and battling this Navi team. And now on Nuke. They do decide to force into it by the looks of it. Yeah, they are. They don't want to give up match point. They're going to play for this one. They've got the M4s out, the two FAMAS on Electronic and Bit. Simple and Perfecto have the kit. And what's the play going to be? They've gone for the force. They called the tack as well, so they got the call in from the coach. What is their response going to be? What is their play? Cadian going very aggressive outside, knowing they're not going to have the op. So he goes very far forward. He wants to take these fights. Simple long range with the M4. This isn't going to work out. If Cadian spots him with the op, can he find the first? He can't find anything.
Flash out, Simple, dives through the window. There is a pick onto Tessus. That'll be the FAMAS of Electronic, but there's the instant trade as Shush re-aggresses on the close quarters engagement. Simple pushed up, but he's going to be punished as Refresh hits him in the head, and we're down to just 3 CTs left alive for Na'Vi. Can they do something huge in a position like this? Bit, he strikes back, shuts down Refresh, and leaves them hanging in the balance here on the 24th round.
And also, Heroic know that Bit is the ramp player for Na'Vi. So if he's outside, if he's fighting outside, that means he's not down in B, which is exactly where they're going. The op of Cadian, the rifle of Shush, they've gone into the B site. They know that this will be open, but the rotations from ramp are coming, and it's going to come down to who hits the shots. Cadian was the hero last round. Can he be the hero again? Bomb is getting planted. The cover's not there. Boomich lands the frag. Cadian answers back on a Perfecto. 1 versus 3. He's crept back around to the window. They might not know that he's repositioned. They might think he's gone towards the single door. They're clearing everything out. Oh, they haven't checked the window, Jack.
He's getting away with it.
They don't have the kit.
Cadian, all he's got to do is play for the time in a spot like this, and he's playing it perfectly. Oh no, this could be horrific. Match point, about to go the way of Heroic. He sees the peek onto the back of Boomich, dives down towards the double doors. That's 2 frags found into the round, and he wants another one. It won't even matter if he gets it, because Bit, you've got no time, you've got no chance, and now he's got no legs.
Cadian again being the hero. Look at the excitement from the in-game leader of Heroic.
He is hyped up, and he knows exactly why, because now you're at match point, 1 round away from going to the major. Everything's coming up Heroic, and there is nothing that Na'Vi can do. They invested everything in that round. They thought if we force it up, if we pull out the FAMASes, we can make a play that will make us famous, but no, denied by the IGL. The big brains from Denmark says nothing to this.
The reposition was perfect. He gets to the windows. They don't see him. They don't hear him. And now they've brought out the MAC-10s. 2 Mac-Daddies for Tezes and Shush. And all that they can muster on the CT side. A couple M4s, no kits, a FAMAS and an MP9. Bit, it's going to be the first point of contact. He's tucked away behind the box. He just drops.
Calls it quits. Backs up and tries to get down towards the stay alive. And just stay alive on a bomb site. Heroic have ramp control. Support from Boomich. The FAMAS on close ramp. This is not going to be easy for them. When push comes to shove, they're going to try and overwhelm him. He backs off, drops the smoke out towards Dark Spot to try and trick him a little bit. Boomich blind, but still fragging. Hits the first. There's the follow-up frag onto Refresh as well. But Shush with a Mac-10 being a Mac-Daddy in round 25.
And the smoke towards the doors is just going to isolate Na'Vi. It's the 3 versus 4. The bomb is going to go down. That is Cadian. He actually goes for the fake plant. Oh, and they might go back up the vent. They don't want to... Yeah, they have to get this bomb down. If they're going to plant B, they have to make sure it gets down while their smokes are still up. Cadian's holding for the re-aggression. Simple's tucked away inside of the vent. And remember, no kit for the CTs. No smoke. They have to make a move.
4 versus 3. It's all on this. Down. Will he be a pair of idle eyes, or will he be idolized for this play? Waiting, peeking, hits the first, there's the follow-up, and Stown's doing all the damage, and it's just on Perfecto and Boomich in the tight 2-on-2, but Shush, he'll sideswipe him. Cadian with a final shot, 16-9, they take the series 2-1, and they're going to the major!
Look at the celebrations from Heroic, Jack. They know exactly what that means. They have locked in their major qualification. They have finally taken down Na'Vi on Nuke as well, 16-9. They battle.
I lost a couple friends on my way up. I took a couple L's, but that's just normal talk. I popped a couple pills, but they don't do much. And now I take Prozac in the morning with some other stuff. But why did I get into this? I feel like this is all a dream, but bad. But you cut the